Lady Scotties. He's got 2 Sweet 16 appearances. He's only missed the region tournament once, and the season he missed the region tournament, his squad went 25-4 on the year. That just shows you how tough District 15 is. Of course, our Lex Lindsay, he's got some accolades to his name, 214 and 65 overall for his career here at Franklin Simpson. 3 Sweet 16s to his name, including a state runner-up. 2 very successful coaches here in the region. It's the first time, it's weird because the way you look at it, the first time they matched up, it was Stinson's first year, Coach Lindsay's last, and now Coach Lindsay's first year back matching up with Coach Justin Stinson and the Lady Scotties as they have established themselves as one of the powers of this Region 4. When you look at the Lady Scotties, the first thing that really pops out is their efficiency from the field. They shoot 45% from the floor, only shooting 25% from 3. They're not a great free throw shooting team either at just 55%. Usually when you think of high-level teams, you think of good free throw shooting, some pretty good three-point shooting, only shooting 55% from the line, but they go 20 times a game to the free throw line, so you make up for lack in quality in terms of quantity. Only 3 seniors on this team as well, but that's kind of misleading. Their experience, they returned 4 of their 5 leading scorers from a year ago. If you were come in here and just look at them on the floor, they've got a lot of size, very similar to the Warren East Lady Raiders that Franklin Simpson saw on Tuesday. Good length, good size. They returned their top 2 leading scorers from a year ago, sophomore Ansley Adwell and junior Ashani Gore. They led the Lady Scotties in scoring last year. They're doing so again this season. They combine for 24 points a game. Gore and KJ Hughes make up one of the toughest front courts the Lady Cats are going to see. We've seen Sarah Sutton and Mason Towery, a different dynamic here with the Lady Scotties, kind of a throwback type of team. Gore and KJ Hughes just dominant in the post. Gore averaging 13 points and 8 rebounds a game, shooting 64% from the floor. She's not an outside threat, but when she shoots, it typically goes in. KJ Hughes averaging 9 points, 9 rebounds. She's shooting 53% from the floor. Not too shabby herself. They're balanced, 6 girls in or averaging 5 or more points for Glasgow. 5 of those 6 have scored in double figures at least once over the course of the last 5 games. Glasgow winning 4 of those 5 games. This is the last regular season game for both of these teams. Lady Cats will be in action Tuesday at the beginning of the District 13 tournament. The boys and the girls will take on Russellville there in the first round of this year's District 13 tournament on Tuesday at Todd County Central. We'll take a break, come back, take a peek at the starting lineups after this. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on your home for Franklin Simpson Sports, WFKN.
We all put tries and we have the play of our national anthem. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by the Ferguson High School Pep Band, the world's most dangerous band. The World State Ladies Pep Band with Simpson High School Pep Band. The National High School Federation.
All right, Jackson, I'm back.
Okay, coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back here at Franklin Simpson High School, getting set for the first half of this doubleheader between Franklin Simpson and Glasgow. The first matchup, the girls battle as the Franklin Simpson Lady Cats take on the Glasgow Lady Scotties. Taking a look at the starting lineups. First, for the Glasgow Lady Scotties, like I said, they're an experienced team. It won't show in the class, but they've been around. 4 of their 5 leading scorers back from a year ago. Those 4 all in the starting lineup for the Lady Scotties. In the backcourt, number 3, Kayla Bradley. She's a junior guard, averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds per game. She's joined in the backcourt by Ansley Adwell. Ansley averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds per game. She was the leading scorer for Glasgow a year ago. She missed 10 games this season. She's played 2 games since then, the previous 2 games, so she seems to be back and rounding into form for the Lady Scotties at pretty much the perfect time as both of these teams get set for district tournament play. In the front court, Amanda Lee, a senior forward, averaging 8 points, 6 rebounds per game. She's the best free throw shooter on this Lady Scotty team, shooting 70% from the free throw line. Joining her in the front court, senior forward KJ Hughes, mentioned her a bit earlier. She's averaging 9 points, 9 rebounds, shooting 53% from the field, only shooting 40% from the free throw line, but she does have a 3-point stroke on her a little bit. She shoots 26% from 3, not a great percentage, but she's not afraid to shoot it. She's attempted 50, also has 7 double-doubles on the season for the Lady Scotties. Rounding out the front court, junior forward Ashanti Gore, averaging 13 points, 8 rebounds, shooting 64% from the field. Like Hughes, not a great free throw shooter, only shooting 41% from the free throw line. She's got 5 double-doubles of her own, and last year in the lone matchup between these two teams, Gore had 20 points and pulled down 14 rebounds for the Lady Scotties in what was a dominant 59-19 win to close the regular season a year ago over our Lady Wildcats. Before we take a look at the starting lineup for Franklin Simpson, a reminder that the starting lineups are brought to you by Charles DeWeese Construction, who since 1993 have been providing clients with quality projects on time and within budget. Charles DeWeese Construction is a recognized industry leader that invests in the right people and trains them continuously in technology, leadership, and safety. For your construction needs, give Charles DeWeese Construction a call, 270-586-9122. Starting lineups brought to you by Charles DeWeese Construction. Now taking a look at the starters for Franklin Simpson. One switch, it is senior night here, so Lauren Trout and CeCe Carver, the 2 seniors for Franklin Simpson, of course, going to be starting tonight. CeCe averaging 7 points and 6 rebounds per game out of her power forward slot. Lauren Trout in there in the backcourt tonight for Franklin Simpson. Joining her Kate Norwood and Evan McCutcheon. Kate averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds, coming off a 16-point performance against Warren East Tuesday night. Evan McCutcheon averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds per game for Franklin Simpson. She's shooting 37% from the field and 32% from 3. Mentioned Lauren and CeCe rounding out the starting lineup. Forward Hadley Turner. Hadley, just an 8th grader. It feels like I got to remind myself every game she's just an 8th grader, averaging 9 points, 7 rebounds per game. Only had 5 against Warren East, but she is shooting 47% from the field, a team best here for Franklin Simpson. Lily Pardinger normally in the starting lineup. She'll be coming off the bench tonight for Franklin Simpson. Lady Cats got a date here on Valentine's Day with the Lady Scotties. I'm Tyler Eaton, and I guess that I have a date with Brian Talley tonight. I don't know if this is how I planned on spending my Valentine's Day, but
look, buddy,
I guess technically we both could have done worse.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We both could have done a lot worse. No offense to you, Tyler. I like you. Almost see in the same vein as a child of mine. I've known you so long. but I would much rather be with my wife tonight.
I completely understand.
Now, she may be perfectly glad there's a game scheduled tonight, you know?
Right.
But speaking from me.
Well, you're making her go out tomorrow night, so.
Well, she's making
Or maybe
me.
she's making.
Get that.
Anyway, we don't get to choose who we've got a date with tonight. Lady Cats don't either. They're going to face off against the Lady Scotties. Glasgow, we know, a very talented team, one of the best in Region 4. There can be a lot of opportunities here if you're the Lady Wildcats to kind of somehow glance over a team that's 18-8 on the season. It's senior night, Valentine's Day, and most prominently the district tournament coming up on Tuesday. If you're Franklin Simpson, how are you focusing? How are you dialing in before this matchup, as you just about had a heart attack over there?
Well, if that speaker pops many more times, nobody's going to be able to dial in. But you know, we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, Tyler, and it doesn't seem like for some reason that the road just gets much easier for the Lady Cats with another really high quality team coming into town tonight. Glasgow Lady Scotties, one of those teams that you could really say has an opportunity to win the 4th region tournament. They are that good. Measuring stick game, maybe, confidence game, like you said, getting ready for that 13th district tournament in a game now, and we'll talk more about this, that against Russellville Tuesday night, that it's looking more and more like the Lady Cats, to use Coach Lindsay's words. He thinks we got a chance now with LeBlanc out. So take that and kind of start building a little bit towards Tuesday night, win, lose, or draw here tonight.
Tonight's introduction of officials brought to you by Compton and Compton Eye Care, located at 403 North College Street. Dr. Compton is accepting new patients, and there is plenty of parking, making your visit easy and convenient. Call and schedule your appointment at 270-586-5181. And you mentioned LeBlanc. Before I get to the officials, I do want to add, you don't want to celebrate an injury in any way at all.
Not.
We're a very unfortunate situation, a senior leader for Russellville, but we can confirm she has torn an MCL and will miss the district tournament. Unfortunate news for her. We send her thoughts and prayers and well wishes to get well soon, obviously. But now, your officials, Scott Daniels, Joey Shirley, and Charlie Graves here tonight. Senior night for the Lady Wildcats. Valentine's Day as well. A lot you could get caught up in. You said it's going to be tough to be focused. We've got some just replacement stereos in here. The PA system's been kind of shaky. If you're the Lady Cats, what do you do early on here to maybe set a tone and establish to Glasgow, a team with a much superior record to you, that, look, we're desperate right now and we're here to play?
Well, I think you got to, at some point, if you're the Lady Cats, I think you got to play desperate. You gotta just say, okay, we know our back's against the wall. We're playing better teams, and let's face it, most nights out we have faced better teams this year. Now that's going to change probably next season, but for this season, that's where they've been. Just play loose, play like you got nothing to lose, and see what happens.
Hadley Turner going up the tip with Gore. Gore wins it for Glasgow. They've got possession first. Amanda Lee will bring it across midcourt. She's joined by Kayla Bradley, Ansley Aldwell, KJ Hughes, and Ashanti Gore as they work it down low to Gore on the left block. Her layup is missed. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Hadley Turner. So Glasgow will have it on their baseline for Franklin Simpson, Cece Carver, Hadley Turner, Evan McCutcheon, Kate Norwood, and Lauren Trout out there. Lauren and Cece, the two seniors here on senior night. Glasgow sets up the inbound play. Down low, layup is good. Lady Scotties have an early 2-0 lead as Shawnee Gore gets her first basket, as Carver now has it across midcourt over on the right wing to McCutcheon. Now between the circles to Lauren Trout. Over to Hadley on the right wing. Turner gets it baseline to Cece. Cece tried to get it down to Kate on the back cut. She lost it, got it back out to Carver. Now they get it out to McCutcheon and they'll reset. Left wing to Trout. Now Norwood near midcourt. 7:15 left first quarter. Nice pass down low to Carver on the left block. She tried to get it to Trout, and Trout was tied up with it. Jump ball gives possession to Franklin Simpson. 7:11 on the clock.
I think Cece needs to take that shot right there.
You can see the size early from Glasgow. They've got girls that would be power forwards or centers on every other team at 1 through 5. As the inbound pass is deflected out of bounds, Lady Cats will keep possession on the far side. CC to inbound, gets it into Kate in the backcourt. Coach Lindsay, looks like we're going to deploy the wait and see strategy, as we've seen a few times from Franklin Simpson this year. as Kate loses it. Was defended tightly by Adwell. Ball still on the floor. Kate had it for a second, lost it again. Now it looked like Lee came up with it for Glasgow, and they've got possession. Pass up across midcourt to Hughes. She drives, steps back, now kicks it out top of the key to Bradley. She drives, dumps it off. Good ball movement. Right corner three on the way from Bradley is good.
Really good ball
rather. Hughes, I mentioned she can shoot it. She's 13 for 50 on the year, make it 14 for 51.
I think
and
Cece's
bleeding, or she's at least cut. So she'll come out. Courtney will check on her as Marcella Doran will check in for Franklin Simpson. Glasgow leads at 5-0, 6:34 on the clock. First quarter, Franklin Simpson has possession after the three by Hughes. Norwood gets the inbound by Dorn, and we're back underway. Kate brings it across half court, met there by Lee. Kate gives it right corner to Trout. She pump fakes, drives left, now top of the key. She pulls it back. She's guarded tightly by Lee. Now gets it right wing to Doran. Marcella to Evan in the right corner. She dribbles left, thought about a three, gives it to Doran on the baseline. Marcella dribbles out. Now to Kate between the circles. Norwood trap, gets it off to Trout. Lauren drives off a defender, gives it to Marcella. Over to Hadley in the right corner. She gives it to Evan on the wing. 5:55 left in the quarter. McCutcheon guarded by Bradley. Bounce pass over to Trout, now to Hadley on the baseline. She tries a 15-footer, left it short. Tipped her own rebound, but Glasgow comes up with it. Bradley wants to run on the break. Bradley all the way to the basket. Nice Euro step. And she's fouled by Norwood, so she'll head to the line for two. It's Kate's first foul, first team foul on Franklin Simpson. And Kayla Bradley will head to the line for two. First one is long. Bradley, a 62% free throw shooter. One of the better shooters from the stripe from a team that, similar to our Lady Cats, have struggled from the line, shooting 55% as the second one bounces off the front of the rim, gets the roll. The first point for Kayla Bradley tonight, and it's 6-0 Glasgow. Norwood brings it across midcourt, guarded by Adwell. Gives it to McCutcheon on the right wing. Now to Lauren Trout, top of the key. She lost it, was able to get it back. Now gives it back to Evan. Evan drives, dumps it off to Hadley on the baseline. She pumps, kicks it back out to Evan. She thought about a right wing three, now gives it to Trout. Over to Dorn on the left wing. She drives, has it poked away, and it's stolen by Amanda Lee for Glasgow. Lee on the break, has it poked away by Norwood, but right into the hands of Bradley underneath the basket. She kicks it out onto the right wing now to Adwell. She drives.
Nice pass.
Was able to dump it off down low to Amanda Lee. It was a nice pass and a nice finish. And Glasgow leads this one 8-0. 4:50 left in the quarter. Trout has it left wing. They set up a play for Marcella on the right block. Pass just looked like it hit her in the head and goes out of bounds. Possession to Glasgow. Lee bringing it across half court again. Playing the point guard role early for the Lady Scotties. Guarded by Trout. They get it down low to Gore. Work it around the perimeter. Now back down to Gore on the block. One-on-one with Turner. Nice up and under. Got Hadley in the air. Was able to finish. It's 10-0 Glasgow. Norwood brings it across half court as Cece gets set to check back in for Franklin Simpson. Came out with a cut earlier. Trout gives it to Hadley on the right wing. She dribbles, now gives it over to Marcella in the corner. Doran driving towards the top of the key over to Trout on the left side. Kate flashes, they get it to her. She pulls it back out. Looking to reset on the wing. Kate drives all the way to the basket. Floater on the way, left short. Rebounded by the Lady Scotties. Fast break, nice outlet pass up to Bradley. Her layup, though, was long. Rebounded by Turner. She gives it to Kate. She comes across half court. Norwood. Little behind the back dribble was a little too much. Lost it out of bounds. Lady Scotties have the ball again. As now Hughes will check out for Glasgow. Dynasty Page checks in for her. What a nice name, Dynasty.
That's
Dynasty
nice
Page. That's a pretty good name.
Nice Page. Nice
Nice
name.
Page. Lily Pardinger, CC Carver in for Franklin Simpson as Evan and Marcella checked out. Lee brings it across half court, swings it over left side to Adwell. Now into the left corner to Page. Back to Adwell. Down low to Gore. They work it into the left corner. Three-pointer on the way. It's long. Rebound into the hands of Lee. Goes up with a putback, and she's fouled.
No, Tyler, I was just thinking, we talked about some benefit you could hopefully draw from this game. The one bad thing that could potentially happen, if the game kind of gets away from the Lady Cats, that could, even do more damage to their mindset going into Tuesday night. So maybe not the best of times to be playing a team like Glasgow for this young Lady Cat team going into district tournament
It's
play.
like the opposite of how we viewed the Fort Campbell game. It was like, man, this game was positioned perfectly, get some momentum, win big. So far, it's looking like the opposite in this one as Lee gets both free throws to go. She's got 4. It's 12-0 Glasgow, 3:12 left first quarter. Conley Wilson checks in to Maya Hobson in as well. Lauren Shrout comes out for Franklin Simpson. Hadley off the floor too. Wilson has it left wing over to Lily, top of the key. Pardinger gives it to Norwood. Now over to DeMaya on the left wing. DeMaya gives it to Lily in the corner. Back to Cece. Under 3 minutes left in the quarter. Kate comes to get it, wraps around towards midcourt, and they'll set up the offense. Norwood to Cece on the right block, lost it off her feet, got it back, dribbles around, gives it to Kate. Defender poked at it. Norwood was able to get away. Gives it up to Conley Wilson. Back to Norwood, now to Lily. Pardinger, little hesitation, dribble, backs out. Over to Conley Wilson, right wing. She pumps, now passes to Hobson. Swing it around now to Norwood, left side. They get it down low to Cece on the block, but the pass was just out of reach. Lady Scotties get it back after the pass went out of bounds. 2:20 left first quarter. It's a 12-point lead for Glasgow. Lee comes across half court, now right corner to Page. Work it down low to Gordon. Nice find to Adwell. Her layup's no good, but she's fouled as well.
There's such a size advantage inside. Just about impossible for us to either stop them or not foul them.
You've almost got a foul.
Yeah.
And based on the free throw numbers for the year, it's a good idea to foul as Adwell misses the first. They only shoot 55% as a team. Adwell, a 66% shooter, one of the better charity stripe warriors for this Glasgow team, as her second of 2 is on the way. It's good. She splits those 2. Lady Scotty's already 4 for 6 from the free throw line. As KJ Hughes checks back in for Glasgow. Adwell comes out. McCutcheon back in for Franklin Simpson as well. Norwood gets a break. Evan comes across half court over to Carver as we tick under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Wilson tries to get it to Pardinger and it's stolen away. Dynasty Page going all the way to the rim. She's fouled. That one going to be called on Conley Wilson. And it's going to be 2 more free throws for the Lady Scotties. Lady Cats scoreless through the first 6:10 in this first quarter. As the first free throw on the way from Page is good. Dynasty Page just a 55% free throw shooter, exactly on the team mark. Second one on the way, missed it, and some contact on the rebound, but McCutcheon comes up with it. It's 14-0 Glasgow. Evan on the right wing, holding it. Gives it over to Lily on the right side. And she tries to get it over to Evan, and she had no idea the pass even came, and it goes out of bounds near midcourt, right in front of the scorer's table. Possession back to Glasgow. Jaden Franklin checks in for the first time for the Lady Scotties. Hughes in as well. Lee gets it right corner to Page. Back to Lee at the right elbow. She pump fakes. Looking. Now gets it over to Page in the left corner. She's going to try a long 2. Rattles around, no good. Good rebound by Cece, and the Lady Cats have it back. 1:12 left in the first quarter. Cece brings it across half court herself. Now hands it off to Evan, top of the key. McCutcheon drives right. Now holding, looks to drive. Gets all the way to the rim. Wild layup is missed. Cece gets the offensive rebound. Her putback is long. Rebounded by Glasgow. even their bench players have good size.
Yes.
Nice outlet pass up to Hughes, but she dropped it out of bounds. Fortunate break for Franklin Simpson there as they'll get possession. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Adwell checks back in for Glasgow. Kayla Bradley comes out. McCutcheon brings it across half court. 45 seconds left first quarter. Lady Cats still searching for their first points. Wilson has it top of the key. Over to McCutcheon deep on the left side. Evan guarded by Adwell. Looks to drive, has it at the elbow. Nice little step back, 15-footer on the way. Tried to bank it and it gets the roll. Lady Cats finally break through. It's 14-2 and now Glasgow throws it away. 22 seconds left in this first quarter. Lady Cats could snag a bit of momentum. Try to salvage what has been a miserable quarter offensively. As Hadley and Kate check in, Cece and Conley Wilson come out. Lady Cats have 22 seconds as Norwood gets the inbound. Norwood gives it to Turner as she crosses midcourt. Over to Evan, right wing. Lely sets a back screen for Hadley. Now Lely gets the ball, picks up her dribble, gives it to Maya on the right side. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Hobson gives it to Hadley on the baseline. Turner driving, kicks it back out to Lely. 3 seconds on the clock. She drives, kicks it out to Norwood. She drives, and they didn't pay attention to the clock, and that'll do it for the first quarter. After one, 14-2, Glasgow leads it. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on WFKN.
At the end of the quarter, foul was on number 24, KJ Hughes, her first, team's first.
School senior night.
Nice, encouraging words from Mr. Mooneyhan there.
James Mooneyhan uplifting us as we get to spend our Valentine's Day together. Lady Cats wishing they could spend it with somebody else as well. A sour date so far in this one. Glasgow leads at 14-2. As we get underway here in the second quarter, Lady Scotties have possession. Adwell drives past the free throw line, tried to get it down low, pass was deflected. Now a tie-up on the floor. Demaya Hobson forces the jump ball. Lady Cats will get their first crack in the second quarter. Just 2 points in the first 8 minutes. Evan McCutcheon scored in the final minute of that first quarter. The only 2 points for Franklin Simpson so far in this one as Norwood will bring it across half court. It's Kate, Evan, Hadley Turner, Lily Partinger, and Demaya Hobson out there right now for Franklin Simpson. Partinger has it top of the key over to Evan on the right wing. McCutcheon gives it to Hobson. Now left side over to Partinger. Lily drives, hands it off to Norwood. She cuts, looking to get something going, just jumps into contact. And now called for a double dribble as she lost the ball as she was going up through the contact. No foul was called, so she went and gathered it back. And the official rules that it was a double dribble. Adwell running the point guard right now for Glasgow. She'll bring it across half court, guarded by McCutcheon. Screen set left side. Adwell denies it. Goes all the way to the rim through Evan, but good straight up defense from McCutcheon. Was able to knock it out of Adwell's hands. Possession, though, will stay with Glasgow as they have it underneath their own basket. Amanda Lee checking back in. Jaden Franklin comes out for the Lady Scotties. Lee, Dynasty, Page, Gore, Hughes, and Adwell out there right now for Glasgow. Left corner, Page. She's going to try a three over Norwood. It's good. Page now with 4, and it's a 17-2 lead for Glasgow. McCutcheon has it right wing. Gives it to Partinger after she sets the screen for Turner. Lely over on the right wing to Hobson. Now to Hadley on the baseline. Turner, pump fake. Looks to dribble, now gets it out to Lely on the wing. Thought about a three. She doesn't take it, instead kicks it out to McCutcheon. Norwood holding it top of the key. Now drives right. Out to McCutcheon. Bounce pass to Kate on the left wing. Tries to get it down low to Hobson on the right block. Was able to, but it was well defended by Glasgow. Demaya now stuck with it, and she's called for a travel. Lady Scotties have possession back. It is 17-2, 6:10 left, second quarter. Down low. Once again, Gore working on two defenders. Missed that one, got her own rebound. Putback's good. Brian, if there is a way to prevent her from scoring, I'd love to figure it out.
I would think Coach Lindsay would love to hear that advice as well.
17-point lead for Glasgow. Norwood has it right wing to McCutcheon, top of the key. Evan drives left. Now gets it to Norwood on the left side. Screen set by Hadley. Defender falls down, bumped into Norwood on her way to the ground. Kate tripped. Foul called there on Dynasty Page. It's her first, team's second. There was a foul called after time had expired in the first quarter on KJ Hughes for Glasgow, as now Kaylin Bradley checks in for the Lady Scotties. Evan McCutcheon has it right wing, now back to Kate, over to Lely on the left side. She's gonna try a three, missed long. It was on line, just a bit too strong. Rebounded by the Lady Scotties. Lee brings it across half court, crossover dribble, drives left, now swings it over to Bradley. Caleb Bradley now gives it up to Adwell. Now on the elbow to Amanda Lee. Lee holding it, nice pass down low, right block layup is good from Adwell. Just too much size for Glasgow. It's 21-2, Lady Scotties lead. Norwood comes across half court. Drives right, gives it to McCutcheon between the circles. Evan back to Norwood. Now over on the left side to Lely. Partinger over to Norwood. She gives it to Hadley on the elbow. Turner faces up, now gives it up to Partinger, top of the key. Lely back to Hadley. Tried to pass it down low to Evan, just threw it over her head. Ball sails out of bounds. Possession back to Glasgow as Nina McMurtry gets her first minutes for the Lady Scotties. She's only averaging 3 points per game, but she's their best shooter from deep, shooting 31% from three. Lady Scotties were just 3 for 22 over their past 2 games from three. They've already got 2 3-pointers tonight. Help push them to that 19-point lead. Lee drives, loses it. Picked up by Hobson off the deflection. Demaya brings it across half court herself, now gives it up to Partinger. Over to McCutcheon on the right wing. She tries a deep three. Long. Rebound tip picked up by Hobson. She gives it up to Partinger. Few good looks from deep for Franklin Simpson. Just haven't been able to get him to fall. McCutcheon has it in the corner, gets a screen from Hadley. Drives an 8-footer long. Rebounded by the Lady Scotties. Everything's long right now, as Lee brings it across half court for Glasgow. 3:48 left, second quarter. Lee gets it at the elbow, guarded by Turner. Drives right off a screen from Gore. The screen sent Hadley to the ground. It was a strong screen, and Gore just wide open under the basket because of it. She's got a team-high 8 for the Lady Scotties. It is 23-2, 3.5 minutes left in this first half. McCutcheon tries to get it to Hadley on the left block. She does. Now out to Norwood in the corner. Tried to chase it down. They'll say it was deflected.
Yep.
So possession will stay with Franklin Simpson underneath their own basket. Is now Cece, Lauren Trout, and Marcella will check in. Demaya Hobson, Hadley Turner, Lily Partinger come out. Conley Wilson checking in as well. Norwood comes out, and then Adasia Partinger will check in to make it a fresh 5. McCutcheon comes out. Cece Carver gets the inbound. She gives it now to Adasia Partinger, over to Lauren Trout on the right wing. To Doran on the baseline, now out to Conley Wilson. Conley swings it over to Trout on the right side. Now gets it back, swings it over on the left side to Partinger. Back to Wilson, over to Carver. Cece drives, picks up her dribble, tried to pass it out to Adasia Partinger and just threw it away. Lee driving on Carver. Kicks it out now on the right wing to Hughes. Hughes drives, crossover dribble, back to Lee. She drives left side, tries to dump it off to Gore. She's able to get it to her on the left block. Layup was short, but she's fouled. Ashanti Gore has been a problem. She's got a team high 8 for the Lady Scotties. She'll go to the line with opportunities to make it 9 and 10, but she is just a 40% free throw shooter. Gets the first one to go, though. Maybe that's the answer, Brian. Just
absolutely.
Foul.
Foul him.
Dynasty Page checks in.
Hack-a-Shack.
Yeah. She looks about like what you would figure Shaq on the women's level would be like. Her and Dallin for Russellville, I think, compare favorably, as the second free throw is good, so throw the numbers out the window. She gets both of them to go. She's now in double figures with 10. It is 25-2, Lady Scotties. Wilson has it right wing, now to Trout, top of the key. Over to Dorn on the right side. Marcella gets it to Cece on the elbow. She nearly falls down with it, was able to somehow not walk. Still has it, now falls down, skinned her knee. You could hear it from here. She's hurting. It's going to result in a wide open fast break layup for Hughes. Cece still down over there. She'll just try to walk it off. Demaya will check in for her. Just sounded like she skinned it, but it was one of those where you see it and you hear it and you feel it. As Partinger will bring it across half court, we tick under 2 minutes left in the first half. It's 27-2, Glasgow in the lead. Conley Wilson gets it to Trout. Lauren tried to save it back to Wilson as she nearly fell across midcourt. Wilson was able to come down with the pass. Now she gets it to Hobson. Demaya has it right wing. Tries to get it up to Adasia Partinger, and Adasia just lost it. Page coming on the fast break. Had it poked away by Partinger. Good fast break defense in transition by Adasia. Ball goes out of bounds. Scotties have it underneath their own basket. 1:35 left in this second quarter. Hughes has it. Now they work it back outside. Page, crossover dribble, looks to drive. They want to work it down low to Gore. She gets it, goes over Trout. That's just such a size mismatch. Gore now has 12. It is 29-2. Partinger gets it across half court to Hobson, now up to Conley Wilson. Wilson holding, driving right, kicks it out to Dorn in the corner. Dorn driving, outside to Hobson. Demaya gives it up to Partinger on the right wing. Minute left in the half. Trout over to Conley Wilson. She's holding it on the right wing. Tries to get it to Hobson. Demaya started to run away from it. Dives after it, but the Lady Scotties come up with it. Hughes on the break. Down low. Who else on the right block? Ashani Gore. She's got 10 in the quarter, 14 on the game. It's a 29-point lead for Glasgow. 35 seconds on the clock. Conley Wilson has it on the right wing. Tries to pass it down low to Hobson. That one intercepted by Gore. And the Lady Scotties will have the last possession of the half. Dynasty Page guarded by Adasia Partinger. She drives right, hands it off to Jaden Franklin, down low to Gore. She's triple teamed, and that's about what you got to do to guard her. Was able to get something resembling a shot off, was fouled. So she'll head to the line for 2. Foul was called on Lauren Trout. It's her second. First free throw from Gore on the way. It's good. They say numbers never lie. She's a 41% free throw shooter, 3 for 3 tonight.
Numbers can lie.
She'll have another as Lauren Johnson, Erica Stratner, and Trinity Key all check in. Second free throw on the way. It didn't want to fall, but when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. It gets the roll. She's now got 12 in the quarter, leading Glasgow with 16. It's 33-2. Lady Scotties lead it. Lady Cats have 15 seconds here on their final possession. Stratner gives it over to Trout on the left wing. 10 seconds left on the clock. Nice play set up for Stratner. Just couldn't handle the pass. Lady Scotties have it back. 5 seconds on the clock. Dynasty Page comes across half court. She's going to try a runner from 3 and banked it in.
Why not?
Dynasty Page banks one in. Dwayne Wade-esque. And it is 36-2. Glasgow leads it at the half. We'll take a break and come back with your halftime show brought to you by Oak Tree Awards and McCutcheon Electric. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on your home.
Now performing at halftime, heading to the KDCO State Championships this weekend. Here is your Franklin Simpson Lady Cat Dance Team.
Here at Franklin Simpson High School, it is your halftime show brought to you by Oak Tree Awards and McCutcheon Electric. Lady Cats trail it at the half to Glasgow, 36-2. Taking a look at the numbers for the Lady Scotties. Kayla Bradley with 1 point, Ansley Adwell with 3, Amanda Lee with 4, KJ Hughes with 5. Sounds like I'm just learning to count. Dynasty Page has 7. Leading the way, though, for the Lady Scotties, Ashanti Gore, a big-time player for the Lady Scotties. She's got 16, had 12 there in that second quarter. For Franklin Simpson, just 2 points in that first half. Those 2 points came on a layup in the final minute of the first quarter from Evan McCutcheon. Lady Cats trail it by 34 at the break. It is senior night for Franklin Simpson, a tough night so far for the 2 seniors on this Lady Cat roster, CC Carver and Lauren Trout, but Either way, between games, we will celebrate the careers, the past success, and the futures of those two excellent young ladies. We'll have all of that presentation here for you on WFKN between games. And after that, we will have the boys matchup between Glasgow and Franklin Simpson. Two teams picked outside the top 10 in the preseason coming in to Region 4 play. Franklin Simpson and Glasgow, two surprise teams so far. You've each found them. Glasgow, a top 5 team now in a lot of polls. I know the Bowling Green Daily News has had them in the top 5. Franklin Simpson been hovering around the 6, 7, 8 area. So a good test heading into District 13 tournament play and then region play if the Wildcats can make it for our Franklin Simpson basketball team. This is your halftime show brought to you by Oak Tree Awards and McCutcheon Electric. We'll take a break. 4 minutes just about left until we get underway in the second half. Franklin Simpson trailing at 36-2. You're listening to Lady Cat basketball on WFKN. Back here at Franklin Simpson High School, wrapping up your halftime show. Brought to you by Oak Tree Awards and McCutcheon Electric. At the break, Glasgow leading this one 36-2. Brian, this, a lot of games you'll come out of the half, maybe score within 10 points, maybe even 15. You come out, what's the game plan in the second half? Try to come out strong, try to get back into this one. This game, 34-point deficit. You score 2 points in the first half. And something you mentioned, this was a game you maybe looked at before. You could bring some positives out heading into district play. But what do you do to kind of just get what you can out of this one here in the second half?
I think that's the hope now. Get what you can. Try not to get to the point where, and I noticed it in the first half, Coach would make some substitutions, and I saw some heads hanging coming off the floor, and you just don't want to see that this time of year because, like I alluded to earlier, you want as much good momentum going into Tuesday night as you can muster, and every opportunity to try to gain some of that here, but you can't pack it in and kind of just say, well, let's just play out the second half and what happens will happen. Try to build something that'll get us a little bit closer to hopefully being successful in a game that really matters Tuesday night.
Lady Cats will take on Russellville Tuesday night. Lady Cats dropped both of those matchups to the Lady Panthers. Both were very tight games. Both came down to the wire. Lady Panthers will be without star point guard DeShayla LeBlanc in that one. She'll miss the rest of the season with the torn MCL. Best wishes to her in her recovery from that injury. Lady Cats trying to recover from a 36-2 deficit at the half. Both teams will send their starters out here to start the first 16 minutes. Lauren Trout, CC Carver, the two seniors here on senior night out there for Franklin Simpson. Kate Norwood, Evan McCutcheon, Hadley Turner also out there on the floor. And Glasgow just 2 points away from forcing a running clock here for the rest of this one. They've got possession first as Bradley swings it into the left corner. Now gets it back at the free throw line. Sends it over to Lee on the baseline. Down low to Gore. Play set up for her. Guess what? She gets the layup to go. She's got 18. There's that running clock. It's 38-2 as Shawnee Gore nearly half of Glasgow's points with 18. McCutcheon has it right wing. Tries to get it down low to Turner. Can't. Now kicks it out to Trout. Top of the key. Right side now to Hadley. She tries to get it to Kate. Kate tipped it. Tries to save it. Pass deflected, picked up by Cece. She drives into the corner. Tried to get it to McCutcheon. Evans somehow came down with the pass, missed the layup. Rebounded by Trout, and she's fouled. Good hustle there from Lauren. Lauren hasn't gotten too many opportunities to have lengthy playing time. She's gotten some run tonight, made the most of it. Good hustle there to get the Lady Cats another possession, and they make the most of that. As the inbound from Lauren is straight to Hadley Turner for a layup, her first bucket. It's 38-4, Lady Cats trailing. Handoff as Bradley comes around the elbow. Now she hands it off to Lee. She tries a 12-footer. It's good. She's got 6. Lead back up to 36.
They are good at every position on the floor. They've got a nice basketball player.
Came in hot, having won 4 out of their last 5. You understand why. Putting on an exhibition here tonight. Norwood gives it to McCutcheon between the circles. Evan drives right, pulls it out at the elbow, tries a 16-footer and banks it in.
And how is it for the first night of the 15th district tournament? I think Glasgow plays Allen County.
Yeah,
so one of those
you get for going 5-1 in district play. Congrats.
One of those two teams is not going to the regional tournament.
You imagine a district where you've got Barron County, Glasgow, and Allen County, Scottsville to contend with. As right side, Adwell was driving, picked up her dribble and walked with it. Clock keeps running.
I'd like to see that game. I don't know.
We talk about the 14th district boys, but the 15th district on the girls' side. I was talking about earlier, ever since Justin Stinson took over this team, he's only missed 1 region tournament, and they went 25-4. Yeah. You go 25-3 in the regular season, get knocked out in the first round of the district tournament. Of course, you're rewarded by going 25-3 with a matchup with Barron County. Carver has it left elbow. She tries a jumper, gets it to go. Lady Cats had 2 points in the first half. They've got 6 in under 3 minutes here in the second half.
They've responded like we hoped they would.
Adwell has it stolen away by Kate. Norwood picked her pocket. She's going down on the left block, tries a reverse scoop, play it up, and it's good. Kate now has 4. Lady Cats have outscored Glasgow 8-4 here in the second half. Adwell hands it off to Bradley. She drives, goes right into Turner. Hadley was able to force the miss. Now rips the rebound away from Gore. And the Lady Cats have a chance to get a little momentum rolling. Norwood, she's going to try a 3 from the top of the key, long. Rebounded by Gore. Lady Cats have tried 3s from a couple of steps off the line, and yet they've all been long, as now a tie-up with Gore as Trout in there once again. Lauren playing scrappy.
Lauren playing like a senior in her last game.
Yeah. Forces the tie-up as now Lee will come out. Dynasty Page checks in. Lady Cats have possession after the tie-up. Trout will inbound. She gets it into Norwood. Left corner guarded tightly by Dynasty Page. Out to McCutcheon. Evan has it top of the key. Now to CC on the right wing. Back to Evan. Kate comes to get it. Top of the key, and they'll set up the offense. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Norwood swings it over right side to Trout. Lauren Trout tried to pass it back to Norwood. Pass deflected out of bounds by Caleb Bradley. Lady Cats will inbound in front of us as Jaden Franklin checks in. Gore comes out. Norwood gets it in the backcourt, now brings it into the front. Norwood gives it to Evan, left corner. Crossover dribble now back to Kate. Kate tries a bounce pass over into the right corner to Trout. Pass is kicked out of bounds by Bradley. Lady Cats will keep possession. A little surprised, Brian. I don't know about you, but a 30-point lead for Glasgow running clock that they've still got their starters out there, most of them at least. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
McCutcheon has it left corner. She gives it up to Norwood. Now back on the left side to Evan. She's going to try a three. It's long again. All these threes have been online, just a little too strong. Rebounded by Glasgow. Now on the drive. Here comes Bradley. She lost it. Now they get it outside to Adwell. Her layup is no good, but she's fouled. And Adwell in particular, the one that I'm shocked to see, she had just missed 10 games, has only played 2 games since coming back. I guess you want to get her, continue to get her back into flow, but just coming back as her first free throw's good. I don't know if I want her out there in this situation. But I guess there's a reason that they've had the success they've had. I think Coach Stinson knows what he's doing.
It's hard to argue with the success that young man has had at that school.
Second free throw, no good by Adwell, but rebounded by the Lady Scotties. Putback is good by Hughes. She's got 7. It's 43-10. Glasgow leads it. Norwood gets it across half court. Now to Carver. She swings it over to Evan on the right wing. McCutcheon spins off a defender. Now kicks it out to Doran. Marcella drives left towards the top of the key. Keeps going. Now gives it to Carver. CC kicks it out to McCutcheon. She's got it between the circles. Now to Marcella on the elbow. Back out to Evan. McCutcheon drives. Kicks it out to CC. Carver drives. Now pulls it back out. Gives it up to Evan. McCutcheon. Guarded by Adwell. Drives right. Spins off. Kicks it out to Turner. She takes a 12-footer. Has it blocked, but a foul's called. So Hadley will have her first free throws of the night. A revelation Hadley has been from the free throw line so far this year. Went from somebody you kind of got scared to see every time she went to the line to now being one of the more reliable free throw shooters.
You just expect her.
Team.
You just expect her to make them now.
She made the first one. Demaya Hobson and Lily Partinger check in for Franklin Simpson. Second free throw from Hadley. What else? It's good.
Perfect.
So it's 43-12, 1:45 left, third quarter. Glasgow has possession. Norwood nearly had a steal, just went through her head. Instead, it's going to be a right corner three on the way. Rattles around, no good. Rebound tip, picked up by Hobson. She gets it up to Norwood. She gets it up to Hadley. Fast break layup. Good. It hung up on the rim. I got a little scared. Did a little tango. Ultimately decided to fall for us. It's 43-14. Glasgow leads it. Hadley with 6 now in the quarter. Page drove left, now pulls it back out, and she'll hold it. Page, crossover dribble, kicks it out left corner. Now on a drive comes Hughes. She tries a tough jumper and gets it to go over 2 defenders.
Nothing you can do about that.
Hughes now with 8, or 9 rather. And a whistle called as they're going to let Hughes tie her shoe. Jumped so high to try to get that shot off. I guess she came out of her shoe. 57.3 on the clock. Doran inbounds to Norwood. You assume the Lady Cats might try to hold for one here. Kate drives right. Tries to get it to Demaya on the elbow. Passes tip. And now a tie-up as Lely was fighting for it with Nina McMurtry. Possession arrow gives it back to Glasgow. Clock keeps running, under 40 seconds here in this third quarter. Coach Lindsay going to bring in some subs. Keep that clock running while he does it. Stratner and Lauren Johnson check in. Maya Cassidy in for the first time for Glasgow. Adasia Partinger going to check in as well for Franklin Simpson. Norwood comes out. Clock still running. Coach Lindsay was able to milk over 30 seconds now off this thing. Now Hadley comes in.
That's exactly what
it is down to 5 seconds left on the clock as Glasgow will inbound. They get it into Bradley. Now a three-pointer on the way at the horn. Whoa. That one missed. Unlike the end of the first half, buzzer beater no good for the Lady Scotties. And after three, it's 45-14. Glasgow leads it. You're listening to Lady Cat basketball on WFKN. All right, give me two.
Drop. The mix sisters round because this is the fact that you can't be artistic with the good rap. Coming so simplistic.
Come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
About to get underway here with the fourth quarter of action between Glasgow and Franklin Simpson. Lady Scotties lead at 45-14, but Lady Cats outscored Glasgow there in the third quarter, 12-9, and it wasn't like both teams had reserves in. Glasgow had their starters in for most of the quarter. Franklin Simpson theirs in, as now the Lady Scotties will bring in some reserves for the final frame. Lady Cats do as well. Adasia and Lily Partinger out there. Cece Carver, Lauren Trout, the two seniors, going to enjoy the final quarter of their careers here at Frank Cardwell Court. As Lily Partinger has it top of the key, she gives it up to Lauren Trout, left side, over to Cece. She drives, pulls it back out. Now spins off a defender. That patented spin move was on her way to the basket, had it tipped away. Now ruled that it was off of Glasgow. Is now Trinity Key will check in. We'll see who she gets. Lily Partinger comes out. 7:20 and ticking on the clock. Running clock still in this fourth quarter. Trout tries to get it into Cece on the left block. Pass was tipped. Trout came up with it, and a timeout called by Coach Lindsay. He'll say it's just at 30, so we'll keep it here. 7:10 on the clock. I'm sure Coach Lindsay wishes it would keep ticking through the timeout.
Yeah.
It's 45-14. Glasgow leads it, but Brian, a third quarter with a lot of positives you can take away there for the Lady Cats. They did what we said they need to do. Just get what you can out of the remainder of this game.
They didn't lay down, and quite honestly, it'd been very easy to. I mean, you know, what was it at half? 36-2. 36-2,
yeah.
34-point game. I mean, it would have been very easy just to have been like, you know, hey, this is not our night. Let's pack it in. It's senior night. Let's get to the senior night festivities.
Right.
But they didn't do that, and you know, that's just a sign of a Coach Lindsay coach team. He was not, if he could help it, he was not going to let that happen.
Trout will inbound after the timeout. She gets it into Conley Wilson on the right wing. She pump fakes and walks with it. We've seen that a bit from Conley ever since she came up. Just, it feels like she needs one shot.
Yeah.
You talk about, you know,
and
star players usually need one shot to get going. It feels like she just needs to make one shot.
That's kind of one of those things that probably at middle school would not have been called. But on this level, that's going to be called. So, you know, she's just got to adjust to the game, and it'll come.
Maybe instead of pump faking, she should just jump over 2 feet, and they won't call that. What do you think?
Yeah.
We've seen that a lot. Drive from the Lady Scotties as Botts has it top of the key. She drives, kicks it out right side to Dynasty Page. Page driving, wild layup through contact is no good. Rebounded by Adasia Partinger. Adasia brings it across half court. She had a lot of minutes against Fort Campbell the other night. She gives it up to Trinity Key for a left wing three. That one's short.
She is not bashful.
No, once again, that one was dead on line. Trinity and Lily Partinger, the only two Lady Cats with a three outside of McCutcheon, as Norwood is now Page. Goes coast to coast with it, missed the layup, but she's fouled. Marley Burgess and Jakaya Warfield going to check in for Franklin Simpson.
He'll take his 2 seniors out here, Tyler, at the same time.
And for the last time, Lauren Trout and CC Carver walk off the floor here. Their final game at Frank Cardwell Court. Coach Lindsay having a chat with him over on the sideline as the free throw from Page is good.
It's what makes him a great coach. He hugs the girls and he says, I apologize for how this season has went. And, you know, that's just, he's taking the blame, you know, and that's what a good coach does.
And a steal now from Glasgow. Fast break layup is good by Micaiah Fogel. And one thing I'll never forget was immediately after the Fort Campbell game where Coach Lindsay walks up and gathers the entire opposing team and thanks them not just for coming down to play, but tells them he loves them, says thank you for what your parents have done, thank you for your sacrifice, and thank you for playing the game of basketball, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here right now. Just a class act.
It was a good touch that you wrote that in your article this week in the paper. I thought that was,
I couldn't leave it out.
Nice,
He was over there. The whole game I'll never forget just because of everything that happened. He was cheering for them to make shots. It was he's a legendary coach, but a fantastic human being, right on par with his skill level of coaching. Wild shot from Lady Scotty's is no good. Rebounded by Marley Burgess. Now a tie-up, forced down low. Possession will stay with Glasgow as we tick under 5 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Demaya Hobson going to check in for Franklin Simpson. And Conley Wilson will come out. Lady Scotty set up the inbound play, pass deflected, stolen by Adasia Partinger, and she's fouled. And they call the foul on Fogel. It's her first. It's 49-14. Lady Scotty's lead it. Lady Cats going to have to refocus quickly. District tournament starts Tuesday night. They've got Russellville in the first round from Todd County Central. Brian, do we have the times on those matchups yet?
Girls at 6, boys to follow.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what we're used to, so that's pretty solid.
Sometimes you see in district play, they'll start the first game at 6:30.
See, that's what I was expecting.
I was glad to see that the 13th decided to go with 6 o'clock.
I don't know what those extra 30 minutes would do to us. Who knows? I mean, we barely get things done at 6 o'clock.
Right.
You give us an extra 30 minutes, things could go just ridiculously wrong.
Give us 30 more minutes to eat supper or something, I guess.
Some places we've needed it. Partinger has it right wing.
For a fact.
Up to Hobson, top of the key. Trinity Key, right wing. You know, we should start a podcast, Adventures with Tyler and Tally, on the way to games and things adding up to it. I know Megs and Tally is gone. I'm trying to slip in there now. Warfield going to try a three from the top of the key, left it short. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Glasgow. Lady Cats will keep it underneath their own basket. These 8th graders and Trinity Key you can throw in as well. She's a young one, just a freshman. They are not gun shy at all.
Nope.
Partinger has it on the baseline.
We talked about it earlier when they first all moved up. You know, they know how to win.
Yeah.
So they're pretty confident, and once they gain more confidence at this level, it's going to be a good group.
And Coach Lindsay was telling us before the game, we've got 6 or 7 8th graders that can really, really play. Usually, he says, I'm used to having about 4 that'll come up and can play, but he says, we got a whole class, 6 or 7. I can't let any of them go. They can all play.
Yeah.
As Glasgow loses it out of bounds, and now a substitution timeout for the Lady Scotties. Layla Hendricks going to check in for Franklin Simpson. 2:25 and ticking off the clock. Demaya Hobson comes off for Franklin Simpson.
And we are going to attempt to broadcast the senior night festivities in just a few minutes.
No promises on how well that'll go, but
never.
Like Tally said, we're going to attempt. Right corner 3 on the way from Burgess. Like we said, they are not afraid to let it fly. It was no good, but Trinity Key chased down the rebound. Over to Hendricks on the right wing. Burgess wants it back. She wants to try it again. Yeah, that one's good.
Knocked it down.
Get him, Marley. Burgess with her first 3. Her first varsity points, I believe, had to go back and check it. What a way to get him from deep. Just the 5th Lady Cat to make a 3 all season long. You could tell she wanted it back. She sat there clapping for it after she missed the first one. Mid-range shot on the way for Glasgow. It falls. Liz Christian gets her first bucket. 57-17. Glasgow leads it. 1:25 on the clock.
51.
50. Well, it looked like a 50. You know what?
Let's not.
51 sounds better.
Yes, that's.
As a steal by the Lady Scotties. If it were up to them, they'd make it 57 on that trip. Got a bit too anxious. You can only get 2 points at a time. Lost it out of bounds. They'll say it was tipped out of bounds. I don't know about that one. And now a baseline shot off the inbound. It's good.
They got some nice young players.
Gets her first basket. Lady Cats got some nice young players of their own. The future is bright for Franklin Simpson.
Absolutely.
Key kicks it out to Warfield. She's going to try a 3, left short.
Everybody
gets her own rebound.
5.
She's driving, throws up a hook shot, missed right into the hands of Burgess. She's tied up, tried to shoot it anyways, missed it. Rebounded by the Lady Scotties. Key pokes it away, picked up by Pardinger. I tell you what, it's been a fun final 2 minutes. Pardinger driving, loses it, picked up by the Lady Scotties. Everybody, I don't think anybody wants to pass it. They just don't want to shoot it. I would too, I totally get it.
Yes.
Botts has it top of the key, 13 seconds left. Now everybody's going to wind down.
They don't put you in the Hall of Fame for passing the ball.
It's all about that Kobe mentality. Botts gets it on the elbow. Buzzer beater on the way. It's no good, and that'll do it. Glasgow wins this one 53-17. Spoils senior night for the Lady Wildcats, but we're going to celebrate anyways. We'll take a break, come back, wrap this one up, and then have the senior night festivities as we honor Lauren Trout and C.C. Carver here from Franklin Simpson High School. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on WFKN. Back here at Franklin Simpson High School, we are getting set for the senior festivities at senior night here at Franklin Simpson High School. C.C. Carver and Lauren Trout being honored tonight for the Lady Wildcats. It was a 53-17 loss against the Glasgow Lady Scotties. Lady Cats going to celebrate anyways. Final game of the regular season, the final game that C.C. Carver and Lauren Trout will play here at Frank Cardwell Court as we are set to get these senior night festivities underway, I believe. Ryan Davis trying to figure things out over there on the microphone. Who knows if he'll actually get it down.
Hello?
We're testing the mic, making sure everything's good. Tim Slosher on the PA mic. Emma Slosher going to be reading off everything for senior night as Coach Slosher gets everyone set. C.C. Carver, 7 points a game, 6 rebounds a game here in her senior year for Franklin Simpson. Lauren Trout started a few games for Franklin Simpson. We mentioned it during the game, a very scrappy player, the kind of girl that you just want to play beside and you love to watch play the game when she gets her opportunities to come in. Those two being honored here tonight. Things being turned over to Emma now, so we'll let her take it away here with Lady Cat Senior Night.
On behalf of Franklin Simpson High School, I'd like to welcome everyone to FSHS Senior Night to recognize the seniors of the band, swim, dance team, cheer team, the girls basketball team. But first, we'd like to thank everyone who helped these seniors get to where they are and for all the time and effort you've put forth. Our first senior tonight is Will Connors, the son of Angela Lyle. At FSHS, Will is in the FSHS Pep Band. In the community, Will is a member of Woodburn Baptist Church. In the future, Will is going to the Air Force as a plane mechanic. He will then attend WKU to get a business degree. Tonight, Will is being escorted by Angela Lyle, Noah Lyle, Lexi Lyle, and Danny Suttles. Will Connors. Jim Bob Graves is the son of Kenny and Ruth Graves. At FSHS, Jim Bob is in the FS band. In the future, Jim Bob plans to attend West Point Military Academy to major in biology. He later plans to pursue a career in wildlife ecology and marry Aurora Burgett. Tonight, Jim Bob is being escorted by Kenny and Ruth Graves and Aurora Burgett. Jim Bob Graves. Ollie Lawson is the daughter of Ronnie Lawson and the former assistant band director Amber Scott. At FSHS, Ollie is a member of the FSHS marching band, pep band, and concert band of 5 years and a jazz band member of 3 years. In the future, Ollie plans to attend WKU to study biological sciences and to achieve her CNA license. Tonight, Ollie is escorted by her father, Ronnie Lawson, and her mother, Amber Scott. Ollie Lawson. Erin Matthews is the daughter of Clint and Michelle Matthews. At FSHS, Erin is a 5-year member of the marching band and pep band, and a member of the concert band. In the future, Erin plans to attend WKU to get a degree in creative writing while aspiring to be an author and possibly a high school English teacher. Tonight, Erin is escorted by her mom, Michelle Matthews, her dad, Clint Matthews, and her 2 brothers, Kevin and Stephen Matthews. Erin Matthews. Lexis Mims is the daughter of Mandy Bird. At FSHS, Lexis is a member of the marching band, pep band, concert band, and winter percussion. In the future, Lexis plans to attend Murray State University to study psychology and percussion education. Tonight, Lexis is escorted by her mother, Mandy Bird, her fiance, Matthew Ray. Lexis Mims. Hunter Owens is the son of Jeffrey and April Owens. At FSHS, Hunter is a member of the marching band, pep band, concert band, choir, FBLA, and participates in musicals. In the community, Hunter is a member of the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church Youth Group, and he is interning for the Franklin Favorite radio station. In the future, Hunter plans to attend Sky CTC for his associates in business, then transfer to Western Kentucky University to major in business and minor in accounting. Tonight, Hunter is escorted by his parents, Jeffrey and April Owens, and his girlfriend, Savannah Farley. Hunter Owens. Zane Sawyers is the son of Terry and Christy Sawyers. At FSHS, Zane is a member of the marching band, beta band, FBLA, FFA, and the travel club. In the community, Zane is on the Woodburn Baptist Worship Team, Sons of American Revolution, 4-H Club, and the 4-H Performing Arts Troupe, Red Cross, and the National Rifle Association. In the community, Zane plans to further his education at Sky CTC in music, agriculture, and mechanics, and also plans on running the family farm, restoring vehicles, and serving and worshiping God. Tonight, Zane is being escorted by his parents, Terry and Christy Sawyers. Zane Sawyers. Genevieve Stubbs is the daughter of Becky and Brandon Stubbs. At FSHS, Genevieve is a member of the marching band, pep band, concert band, jazz band, and winter percussion. In the future, Genevieve plans to join the Music City Drum Corps and attend Murray State or Bellarmine University for music production. Tonight, Genevieve is escorted by her mom, Becky Stubbs, and her dad, Brandon Stubbs. Genevieve Stubbs. Colt Tuttle is the son of January Tuttle. At FSHS, Colt is in the Young Democrats, Y Club, DECA, History Club, Marching Band, Pep Band, and Concert Band. In the future, Colt plans to attend WKU to major in history, then travel the world and become a high school history teacher. Tonight, Colt is being escorted by his mom, January Tuttle, and his little sister, Emma Toth. Colt Tuttle. Katie Hollingsworth is the daughter of Robin and Michael Hollingsworth. At FSHS, Katie is a member of Student Council, FBLA, HOSA, Travel Club, and the FSHS swim team. In the community, Katie is an equestrian, a member of 4-H, Life Point Church, and volunteers at various organizations. In the future, Katie plans to attend Center College as a Spanish major on the pre-med track. She then plans to attend medical school at Harvard and hopes to become a reconstructive surgeon for the military. Tonight, Katie is escorted by her parents, Robin and Michael Hollingsworth, and her brother, Cole Hollingsworth. Katie Hollingsworth. Logan Chaffin is the daughter of Lori and Craig Bean. At FSHS, Logan is a member of the FSHS dance team and HOSA. In the community, Logan dances at Sky DC, and she is a Sunday school teacher at Franklin Community Church, where she is a member. In the future, Logan plans to attend Western Kentucky University and major in health information management. Tonight, Logan is escorted by her parents, Lori and Craig Bean, her sister, Kate Chaffin, and her brother, Sam Chaffin. Logan Chaffin. Molly Massey is the daughter of Ricky and Carrie Massey. At FSHS, Molly is a senior class reporter, a member of Student Council, Superintendent Student Advisory Council, Youth Service Center Advisory Council, and FBLA. Molly is also a member of the FSHS dance team. In the community, Molly is a member of All Stars Dance Academy and Franklin First United Methodist Church. In the future, Molly plans to attend the University of Kentucky to major in elementary education. Tonight, Molly is escorted by her parents, Ricky and Carrie Massey, her sister, Annie Massey, and her brother, Harrison Massey. Molly Massey. Hannah Randolph is the daughter of Mike and Karen Randolph. At FSHS, Hannah is a member of the FSHS dance team, and she is an officer for Y Club. In the community, Hannah is a dancer and interns at All Stars Dance Academy, and she cross-ages at Simpson Elementary. In the future, Hannah plans to attend Western Kentucky University to major in film. Tonight, Hannah is being escorted by her parents, Mike and Karen Randolph. Hannah Randolph. Caitlin Burgess is the daughter of Josh and Tanya Burgess. At FSHS, Caitlin is an FS cheerleader and peer tutor. In the community, Caitlin enjoys attending FSHS sporting events with her friends. In the future, Caitlin plans on getting a full-time job. Tonight, Caitlin is being escorted by her parents, Josh and Tanya Burgess. Caitlin Burgess. Emma Jones is the daughter of PJ and Carrie Jones. At FSHS, Emma is a varsity cheerleading co-captain and FFA vice president. In the community, Emma is a Little League cheerleading coach and attends Woodburn Baptist Church. In the future, Emma plans to attend Murray State University to major in animal science. Tonight, Emma is escorted by her parents, PJ and Carrie Jones, and her sister, Abby Jones. Emma Jones. Katie Kilburn is the daughter of Joey and Susan Kilburn. At FSHS, Katie is a member of HOSA and the varsity cheerleading squad. In the community, Katie volunteers at the Lewis Memorial Home, and she's a Little League cheer coach. In the future, Katie plans to attend Western Kentucky University to become a nurse practitioner. Tonight, Katie is escorted by Joey Kilburn, Susan Kilburn, Bridget Kilburn, and B. Reynolds. Katie Kilburn. Mallory Murray is the daughter of Denny and Jennifer Murray. At FSHS, Mallory is a 3-year member of the FSHS cheerleading squad. In the community, Mallory coaches Little League cheerleading, is a 2018 All-American cheerleader, and an instructor at Franklin Tumblers. In the future, Mallory plans to attend Western Kentucky University to pursue a degree in criminology. Tonight, Mallory is escorted by her father, Denny, her mother, Jennifer, and her brother, Ty. Mallory Murray. Emily Schmieder is the daughter of Kirk and Tammy Schmieder. At FSHS, Emily is a member of DECA, FBLA, Y Club, Advanced Choir, FCA, and the varsity cheer team. In the community, Emily is a Little League cheer coach. This year's Distinguished Young Woman of Simpson County is actively involved in the Arts Council productions and has been the musical entertainment for several charity and community events with her sister. In the future, Emily plans to attend Belmont University to major in music business. Tonight, Emily's escorted by her mother, Tammy Schmieder, and her father, Kirk Schmieder. Emily Schmieder. Lindsay Stone is the daughter of Jennifer and Wesley Stone. At FSHS, Lindsay is co-captain of the varsity cheerleading squad and a member of Advanced Choir, and a cross-age tutor at Lincoln Elementary. In the community, Lindsay is an active member of Middleton Baptist Church Youth Group, Distinguished Young Women, and she is a Little League cheerleading coach for the Little Steelers. In the future, Lindsay plans to attend Western Kentucky University to enroll in their EMT program. Tonight, Lindsay is being escorted by Jennifer and Wesley Stone, and Connie and Ronnie Stilts. Lindsay Stone. Cece Carver is the daughter of Denise Carver and Jeffrey Bass. At FSHS, Cece is president of the Diversity Club and co-captain of the girls' varsity basketball team. In the community, Cece is a member of Pleasant View Baptist Church and volunteers at girls' Little League basketball games. In the future, Cece plans to further her education at Tennessee State University to study in travel and tourism management. Tonight, Cece is being escorted by her mother, Denise Carver, and her father, Jeffrey Bass. Cece Carver. Lauren Trout is the daughter of Wes Trout and Kelly Emberton. At FSHS, Lauren is co-captain of the FSHS girls varsity basketball team. In the community, Lauren is a peer tutor at the middle school and volunteers at girls' Little League basketball games. In the future, Lauren plans to attend the University of Kentucky to major in biology with a pre-med focus. Tonight, Lauren is being escorted by Wes and Mandy Trout and Kelly Emberton and Matt Winslow. Lauren Trout. Congratulations to all our seniors and good luck in the future.
And that concludes the senior night festivities here from Franklin Simpson High School. Congrats to all those honored, the girls basketball players, cheerleaders, dance team members, band members. We wish all of them a great future and just look back and remember fondly the great memories I'm sure they've all had here at Franklin Simpson High School. We did have a game though. Franklin Simpson fell 53-17 to Glasgow. We're going to take a break, come back, wrap that one up, and then we will transition into the boys' game between Franklin Simpson and Glasgow. You're listening to Franklin Simpson basketball on your home for Franklin Simpson Sports, WFKN.
All right.
Okay.
Simpson High School. Senior night festivities have wrapped up. Not something that affected the boys team, as there are no seniors on the Wildcats. Next year we might be here a while, though. Several juniors on this year's Wildcat basketball team. The Glasgow Scotties come to town tonight, and they are a solid basketball team, 19-9 on the season under fourth-year coach James Willett. James is a friend of mine, and he is a outstanding basketball coach. He has turned that program around. The first 2 seasons he was there, not very good, but he has got that program moving now in the right direction. As I said, 19-9 this season. Wildcats coach Dee Spencer, 14-11 after picking up that win at Warren East Tuesday night. They'll look to close out the regular season tonight, hosting the Glasgow Scotties. We'll come back and take a deeper look into this matchup right after this. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN. Franklin Simpson High School, Frank Cardwell Court. Taking a look at the Scotties in a little bit more in depth. As I said, they're 19-9 on the season under fourth-year coach James Willett. He has a career record of 56-61, but take into account his first season, they only won 4 games. So he has got this program moving in a positive direction for the Scotties. They shoot almost 48% overall from the field. They like to shoot the three-pointer. They've taken almost 400 three-pointers this season. They shoot 32% from the three-point line, so not great, not horrible either. 32% from the three-point line, and they shoot a lot of them. They shoot 64% from the free throw line. They are led by Nick Sorrells. Nick is a junior averages 19 points per game. A good sized young man, good ball player. You'll hear his name a lot tonight. For the Wildcats, 14-11 on the season under 7th-year coach Dee Spencer. 103 wins and 98 losses for the 7th-year coach. The Wildcats shoot about 43% from the field overall, 28% from the three-point line. As I said, Glasgow shot almost 400 three-pointers on the season. The Wildcats, in contrast, have shot 343, which is quite a few, but still about 60 less than the Scotties have attempted. Wildcats 28% from the free throw line. Free throws, Glasgow has gotten to the line almost 500 times. They shoot 64%. The Wildcats have been to the free throw line 451 times, made 273 of those, 60.5% for the Wildcats from the free throw line. We'll take another break, come back and look at the starting lineups right after this. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN. Here at Franklin Simpson High School, time to take a look at the starting lineups. First for Glasgow, Nick Sorrell. He's a junior. He averages 19 points per game. Robert Kingery is a junior, 11 points per game. Bowen Haney is a junior, 9 points per game. Tucker Kirkpatrick, you guessed it, a junior, 11 points per game. And the only senior on this Glasgow roster, Tayshawn Bradley, averages 9 points per game. Your starting lineups brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. We'll come back and take a look at the starters for our Wildcats right after this word from Ohio Valley Insurance. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN. At the starters for your Wildcats, Andreas Miller, a 5'10 sophomore, averaging 10 points per game. A 5'9 junior, DeMarco Chapman, the leading scorer for the Wildcats, averaging 16 points per game. 5'9 junior Dawson Knight, averaging 6 points per game. 6'5 junior Davion Harris at 8 points per game. And a 5'9 junior Tetrick Partinger, averaging 7 points per game. Those are your starters for the Wildcats, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Taking a look at your officials for tonight, the referee Scott Daniels, umpires Joey Shirley and Charlie Graves. Your introduction of officials is brought to you by Compton & Compton Eye Care at 403 North College Street. Dr. Compton is accepting new patients. There's plenty of parking, making your visit easy and convenient. Call and schedule your appointment with Compton & Compton Eye Care at 270-586-5181. Scott Daniels, Joey Shirley, and Charlie Graves, your officials for this Thursday night clash between the Wildcats and the Scotties, wrapping up the regular season. As we said earlier, Tuesday night, the 13th District Tournament gets underway at Todd County Central. The Lady Cats will play Russellville at 6 o'clock. Airtime as normal at 5:45 Tuesday night. And then the Wildcats and Russellville Panthers will play the nightcap somewhere around 7:30, 7:45 Tuesday night. Of course, losers of those games, seasons will come to an end. Winners will advance to district championship games. I believe the boys' championship game is Thursday night, girls Friday night, and then the winners, obviously, of those games will also, winners of the semifinals games will also be automatically put in the 4th region tournament at Diddle Arena. So Tuesday night, lose, you're done. If you win Tuesday night, you're at least guaranteed 2 more games. But first things first, Wildcats and a good Glasgow Scotties team coming your way in just mere moments from Franklin Simpson High School. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN.
Time for tonight's second half, tonight's doubleheader as the Glasgow Scotties takes on your Franklin Simpson Wildcats. Let's be the starting lineup for Glasgow. Junior, number 1, Bowen Haney. Junior, number 5, Tucker Kirkpatrick. Junior, number 20, Robert Kingery. Junior, number 23, Nick Sorrell. And senior, number 5, Tayshawn Bradley. Head coach of Glasgow is James Willett. Assistant coach is Steve Kirkpatrick. Wildcat Nation, rise up and get on your feet and meet your starting lineup for your Franklin Simpson Wildcats. Sophomore, number 2, Andreas Miller.
So we're just about ready for basketball action. And conversely, Tyler, like we talked about before the girls' game, I think it's important that the Wildcats finish on a strong note here tonight, not necessarily meaning they have to win. Obviously,
right.
You want to, but you want to play well getting ready for Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get as much momentum as you can heading into the district tournament. If you're Franklin Simpson, you got to keep in mind Glasgow's in the exact same position you are. They want to garner that momentum on the road, like we've talked about a bit in the girls' broadcast. 2 of these surprise teams really in the region. 2 teams a lot of people you kind of hope would be good, but not high expectations, and yet they both surprised a lot of people. And tonight we'll see who can garner a little bit momentum going into the district tournaments. 2 districts. District 15, we think, okay, maybe a little more certainty there, but District 13 is going to be wide open. Logan County, Franklin Simpson, Todd going to be at home. Who knows what could happen there.
Yep.
But if either of these teams gets momentum, they've got a good shot at ending up at Diddle.
Haney and Harris, H&H in the circle, ready to jump. Scott Daniels gets in, throws the ball up, we're underway, and Wildcats control it. Andreas Miller has it, and the Wildcats will set up against what looks like a 2-1-2 defense. DeMarco Chapman takes care of that right into the lane. Runner up and in, and the Wildcats are up 2-0.
Well, that's about how you want to start it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Saw some quicker points from Franklin Simpson in this one in our last game. Good to get that out of the way.
Kirkpatrick has it, throws it away off of Haney, out of bounds, and it's Wildcat ball. Not a good opening possession if you're the Scotties.
Just about the perfect start. If you could draw it up for Franklin Simpson, that's about how you'd want it to go.
Wildcats beat a semi-press, about a half-court press by the Scotties. Have it into the home court. Miller has it. Gives it to DeMarco at the free throw line. He turns around. Nice pass. Baseline to Harris. Up and in.
And good control by Davion to gather the ball. Take an extra step there. Make sure he was set to go up with it and finish it down low.
Sorrell has it. He's their best player. Averages 19 points a game. Drives in the lane. Puts it up and in. And he's got his first 2. Wildcats get it across the timeline. Miller to Knight. Back to Andreas. Gives it over to DeMarco on the right wing. DeMarco thinks about a 3, won't take it. Davion swings it. Dawson Knight has it. To DeMarco. Man-to-man defense now from the Scotties. After 2 easy scores, they go man on this trip. Andreas drives right side, layup wide open, good. And so far the Wildcats are getting whatever they want.
Perfect start so far.
6-0. 2 minutes into this one. Excuse me, 6-2. Kirkpatrick gives it over on the right side, left side of Bradley. He takes a 12-foot baseline jumper, and it's good. Tayshawn Bradley, the only senior on this Glasgow roster, makes it 6-4. Miller hands it off to Tetrick Partinger. Tetrick gives it to DeMarco. DeMarco gives it 3-man weave to Dawson. He hands it to Davion. He gives it to Andreas. DeMarco has it. Right side 3. Short. Out of bounds. And a big Glasgow ball. (6-4), 5:27 left, first quarter. Wildcats lead it. But Glasgow has the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. They do like to shoot a lot of threes. Kirkpatrick gives it over to Bradley. Bradley to Davion. Davion to Andreas. Andreas to Miller. Miller to Davion. Davion to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick gives it over to Miller. Miller to Davion. Davion to Andreas. Andreas to Miller. Miller to Davion. Davion to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick gives it over to Bradley. He gives it to Sorrell. He drives baseline against DeMarco, and he's fouled. Call a foul on DeMarco. That's his first, team's first. And Glasgow to inbounds. Left side three, right on cue, long. Rebound loose on the floor. Bradley picks it up. He drives in the lane. 14-foot jumper, no good. Davion rips down the board. Here come the Wildcats. Davion's pass is deflected and stolen. Bradley, reverse layup, no good. Followed by Sorrell is good. And we're tied at 6.
Can't give up second opportunities, especially in transition where it looked like the Wildcats had enough numbers back. Just got a little lazy and got their eyes locked in on the guy with the ball.
4:35 left. Davion has it. Tries to go inside, puts it up, and he's fouled. This foul is going to be on Kirkpatrick, Tucker Kirkpatrick. That's his first for the junior that averages 11 points a game. Davion Harris to the line for 2. Davion's first free throw, good. Good looking stroke on that one.
Of course, Kirkpatrick did play at Monroe County, I believe, transferred over to
Yes.
Glasgow. His father, the coach
That is
at
correct.
Monroe County. A bold move, but obviously it's paid off for him
Yep.
and the Scotties so far this year.
Second one on the way. Davion bounces that one short, but it won't matter. It's a lane violation on the Scotties, so Davion will get another chance here. Turned into a decent crowd tonight, considering it's Valentine's Day. Davion misses the second, and Kingery pulls down the rebound. Here come the Scotties.
There'd be more here for senior night if our Wildcats had one senior, but
That's true.
this is a junior and sophomore loaded team.
Sorrell loses control.
Good hustle.
On the floor, Tetrick steals it from him. Tetrick all the way down, right side layup, good. Yeah, a lot of juniors on the floor tonight.
Yeah, for both teams.
For both teams. Glasgow's got about as many juniors I've ever seen a team have at one time. Kingery shoots the top of the key, 3. Excuse me, that's Kirkpatrick, and it's good. And it's 9-9. Isaac Marshall will check in for the first time for the Wildcats at the next dead ball. Dawson Knight has it, hands it to Davion. Davion drives in the lane, kicks it out. Right corner 3, Stutzman. No, rebound. Sorrell has it. Here he comes. Nice pass on the left side. Layup is in. That was Bradley. Tayshawn Bradley has 4 points, and it's 11-9 Scotties. Hardinger hands it off to Davion. Davion drives in the lane, loses control again.
Oh.
Fortunate to keep it.
I have
Gets
no
it to
idea how
Dawson.
he didn't walk with it.
Keywan against a man-to-man Scotty defense. Miller drives in the lane. His runner's up. Bounces good.
Good take.
Andreas has 4, and we're tied at 11. Sorrell cross court to Kirkpatrick. Being guarded by Harris. He gives it over to Bradley on the right wing to Kingery. Kingery's a long, lanky young man. He drives in the lane, loses control. Good defense by the Wildcats. Harris, nice pass up. Stutzman, layup good. And the Wildcats lead at 13-11. Quickly down is Sorrell. His shot's up. He's fouled. Foul's on Davion, his first. Sorrell will go to the line for 2. First free throw for the lefty is good. He's got 5 already. Landon Frazier checks in for the Scotties for the first time. Sorrell's second free throw is long, so he makes 1 out of 2, and it's a 1-point Glasgow lead. 2 minutes left first quarter. Marshall has it to Chapman, right side. DeMarco drives baseline, kicks it out to Keewan. Now to Partinger on the left wing. Keewan Stutzman top of the key to DeMarco. Andreas steps back, right corner, 3, partially blocked. Keewan reaches up, grabs the rebound out of the air. Now Andreas drives, left-handed runner, and the lane is good. Andreas has 6 first quarter points, and the Wildcats lead at 15-12.
Wildcats doing a really good job getting inside. That's what we saw at Warren East. When the Wildcats attacked the basket, they were excellent offensively. So far, doing a good job here in the first quarter tonight.
Frazier has it, gives it out to Kirkpatrick. Right side, Sorrell. He drives baseline, lefty jumper, no good. Keewan with the rebound. Here come the Wildcats wanting to run. Partinger keeps it, now loses it out of bounds. Turnover to the Scotties.
Only the second turnover for Franklin Simpson in this first half. Done a really good job of controlling the ball, something against Warren East. 6 turnovers at this point in the game, but you got to still execute when you've got it.
Sorrell has it. Tetrick gambled on the pass.
Man.
Sorrell drives in the lane, scores. And a foul, I'm afraid, is on DeMarco, and it's his second.
Sorrell's a tough player.
Easy to see why he averages 19 a night.
He's really shifty, just finds different ways to get to the basket. You can never tell when he's actually going to pick up his dribble. Got a really good hop step. Just really tough to defend, but he's one of those guys you have to make sure you stay on your feet when you're defending him.
Misses a free throw. And the Wildcats have the rebound. 45 seconds left.
Woo.
Davion drives all the way in, kicks out to Miller. Dawson, left corner 3. In and out. Rebound Sorrell.
Davion about put Sorrell on his butt with a nice little hesitation dribble.
And a foul on Davion.
And that's his second.
It is for a fact. Team's 4th. Wildcats having a hard time staying in front of that young man. But they have a 1-point lead, 15-14, 31 seconds in the quarter. Haney has it. Back to Sorrell. He drives, picks up his dribble, back to Haney. To Kirkpatrick. He dribbles against Dawson Knight. They'll probably hold for 1, 18 seconds. Kirkpatrick almost proved me wrong. I thought he was going to shoot that. Haney has it baseline. He drives in the lane. Isaac Marshall blocked his shot. Here come the Wildcats at 5 seconds. Partinger, kick out. Stutzman shoots a 3. Splash! To in the corner. Keewan Stutzman. And the Wildcats lead it after 1, 18-14. Good, exciting, up and down first quarter there here from Franklin Simpson. We'll be back with second quarter action after this on WFKN. Back here at Franklin Simpson, a good first quarter in the books. Wildcats lead at 18-14. Glasgow will have the ball here to get this second quarter underway. And Tyler, the Wildcats took really good care of the ball that quarter.
Yeah, just 2 turnovers there in the first quarter. Glasgow with just 3. Wildcats 6 rebounds to just 3 for Glasgow as well. Both teams just pretty much scoring almost every single time they have the ball.
Frazier has it over to Kirkpatrick. He gives it to Sorrell. He's double teamed. He's going to turn it over. That's going to be an over and back. And it's Wildcat ball. Coach Spencer applauds that effort by his team. And the Wildcats will have it with a 4-point lead. Tayshawn Bradley checks back in. Owen Riddle in for the first time for the Scotties. Another junior. Wildcats have it 7.5 minutes before halftime and a 4-point lead. Andreas looks for Marshall inside, can't get it to him. Dawson Knight has it now. Now Isaac has it, dribbles it out, throws it to Andreas, who gives it to Tetrick. Tetrick drives in the lane, his runner's up, no good. Andreas Miller is everywhere tonight. His follow is good, and he's fouled. Foul is on Bowen Haney, that's his first. Andreas try to complete the 3-point play, and he does.
Right now with Marco and Davion on the bench, a lot of the scoring responsibility going to fall on Andreas right there on that possession. Embraced it. He's going to have to do that for a lot of this second quarter, you assume.
And it's 21-14 Wildcats. 7-point lead. Drive. Left-handed layup, no good for the Scotties. Bradley, and here come the Wildcats. Marshall has it. Shoots a 6-foot baseline jumper, perfect. Isaac Marshall, and the Glasgow Scotties coach Willett wants a timeout. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here.
Isaac has gotten some good minutes over the past few games, and I mean, he's made the most of them. I think he's had a block in every single game that he's played in. He's shown a little scoring ability. He was in the regular rotation to start the season. Then I'd say about 4 or 5 games in, he just kind of fell off. And all of a sudden, here he is at the end. I don't know if we were kind of warming him up in the bullpen or what, but he's been fantastic over the past few games.
I mentioned him to Coach Spencer Tuesday night after the game at Warren East, and he said, you know, he's been trying to tell him, you know, if you score, fine, but that's not why you're out there. You're out there for your athleticism, your energy. Bring that and everything else will come. And Isaac, I believe, has bought into that.
Yep.
And it's paying dividends for him. Wildcats 9-point lead. 6:35 left before halftime. Bradley has it over to Kirkpatrick, back to Bradley. Now to Frazier. Frazier to Kirkpatrick. Glasgow can't get much going here. Now they'll shoot a long 3. No good. That was Kirkpatrick, and the Wildcats rebound. Here they come. Miller has it. He drives in the lane. Runner up. Good.
My goodness.
Andreas Miller is a man possessed tonight, and the Wildcats lead this thing 25-14. Frazier has it.
Who'd have thought that DeMarco would go to the bench and the Wildcats would go on this run?
Owen Riddle gives it back to Frazier. Gives it to Kirkpatrick. Being guarded by Isaac Marshall, those long arms. Here's almost a ball turned over. Now Kirkpatrick has it. He shoots a 15-foot free throw jumper, air ball.
Great contest.
Andreas has it, and here come the Wildcats looking to lead, increase their 25-14 lead. Andreas drives in the lane, and he charged.
It was a beautiful move, though.
It was.
Hey, great job. Great job. That's not a foul. Great job.
5:31 left. Andreas.
Coach Spencer can't disagree. That was fantastic. Look at him.
Andreas picks up his first. He has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And that's the Wildcats lead with 5:31 left in the half. Glasgow with the ball. Riddle with it. Now Sorrell's back in the game. Frazier drives, kicks it inside. Turnover. Here come the Wildcats. Hardinger. Little runner, left side. Good. Nice touch. Tetrick. Hardinger has 4 points, and it's 27-14. And at this point, Tyler, this group's got a good, and a turnover Glasgow. This group's got a good run going right now. I don't think you even risk breaking that up.
Yeah, you got to keep at least 4 of the 5 guys, 3 or 4 of those guys on the floor at all times right now.
And a timeout, by Glasgow. It's a full. We'll take one. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN. Wildcats have the ball with 4:45 left and a 13-point lead. Clayton drives. His runner, no good.
A lot of contact there, no call though.
Sorrell has the rebound up to Bradley. Tayshawn drives in the lane. His runner's up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. This foul is going to be on Jeremiah Clayton, the Wildcats. Jeremiah's first.
Jeremiah didn't commit that one. It looked like Isaac was going to have another block this time, tried to chase him down from behind.
Tayshawn Bradley to the line for the first time tonight. He's got 4 points. First free throws, perfect. Tetrick's going to check in for Dawson Knight. And Bradley's second free throw. Got them both. He's got 6, and it's 27-16 Wildcats. Full court press. Kewan breaks that easy. In the lane, Clayton, runner, bounces, no good. And here come the Scotties. Quickly, Bradley drives, right side, layup, good. Nice move, Tayshawn Bradley. He's got 8. And the Wildcats' 13-point lead is down to single digits at 9. Andreas gives it to Isaac Marshall. To Stutzman. Kewan shoots a top of the key 3. Short. Rebound. King Green. Here come the Scotties. Feeling a little momentum. Sorrell. 17-foot jumper. Too long. Isaac Marshall has the board. Stutzman brings it all the way down. Baseline. Partinger. Right side. Layup is perfect. He won Stutzman. Excuse me. Partinger. Tetrick's got 6 points. It's 29-18. Logan Lacouture going to check in for the first time. DeMarco is back in. Clayton and Marshall check out. With 3:40 left first half. Sorrell drives, loses control, falls down, but Kirkpatrick is there to rescue him, picks the ball up, gets it to Bradley. Back to Kirkpatrick. He shoots a deep top of the key 3. Perfect.
Man.
Tucker Kirkpatrick has hit 2 from there for his 6 points, and it's 29-21. Chapman drives in the lane, kicks it out. Kewan Stutzman left side 3. No good. Gets caught between the rim and the backboard. Be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Wildcats. Wildcats inbound underneath their own basket. DeMarco looking, still looking. Finally gets it in to Kewan. 3 minutes and a half. 8-point Wildcat lead and the ball. Miller has it. He'll just shoot a 3. No. Rebound loose. Sorrell brings it down. Here come the Scotties. He's being chased. Puts it up. No good. Kewan has the rebound. Wild play. Here come the Wildcats. Bounce pass. Chapman. Right side. Layup. Good.
Wildcats just playing as a well-oiled unit right now. Everybody just wants to see the team win.
10-point lead, 2.5 minutes before halftime. Kirkpatrick, can't leave him alone. Bradley has it. Tayshawn gives it back to Kirkpatrick. He's going to shoot another top of the key 3.
Man.
Perfect. He averages 11. He's got 9 here in the first half, and he's the only thing keeping Glasgow relatively close right now.
And he's done it all from just about one spot.
Yep. DeMarco drives against him and walks. Turnover to the Scotties. A 7-point Wildcat lead. And Glasgow will look to cut more into that here as the Wildcats turn it over.
Just the 3rd turnover for Franklin Simpson. But like you said, the 3-ball keeping Glasgow there. And then they've been to the line a decent amount as well.
Wildcats to go to a 1-3-1 now. Bradley with it. Lobs it in the corner over to Riddle. Riddle back to Bradley. Bradley drives in the lane, puts up a runner. Crazy shot, no good. Andreas with the board. His outlet pass is somehow tracked down. That's just flat hustle by Tetrick Partinger.
I'd already written the turnover down.
Tetrick Partinger had no business getting to that ball, and he just flat out worked the Glasgow player for it. Dawson Knight shoots a right corner three. Short. Rebound. DeMarco Chapman, his shot's up and in, and he's fouled. Foul is going to be on Haney. That's his second. DeMarco now to try to complete a three-point play. Caden Lowe going to check in. Tetrick Partinger will get a break.
Something we saw with Warren East, just not enough size down low to keep the Wildcats out of the paint. And then Wildcats just finishing through just about anything, getting to the rim at will, finishing through contact. A lot of times there hasn't even been anything down there to prevent them from scoring. It's just been too easy for Franklin Simpson here in this first half offensively.
Marco's free throw is perfect. He's got 5 of those here in the second quarter. And the Wildcats get that lead back up to 10, 34-24. And Glasgow almost turns it over right in front of us. Sorrell has it. Gives it over to Bradley. Back to Sorrell. Sorrell drives. Kick out. Kirkpatrick. Wildcats closed out on him good there, but he finds an open man on the baseline, and he laid it in. It was Bowen Haney with his first 2 points. Foul was on Lockator, his first. And Bowen Haney goes to the line. Try to complete the three-point play and does. He averages 9. That's his first 3 of the night. And the Wildcats have a 7-point lead with 45 seconds left first half. Stutzman gives it on the left side. Caden Lowe has it. Kicks it out to Stutzman. Back out to Dawson Knight. Back to Caden. Caden dribbles. Tries to get it inside, throws it away. Sorrell steals it. He drives. Left side layup. Good. His first 2 points of the second quarter, and they're big ones. Cuts it to a 5-point Wildcat lead.
As good as the Wildcats have been offensively, defense just hasn't really been there.
5 seconds. Miller has it. Drives right. Throws up a long prayer. Woo. Won't be answered.
Look close.
And that's how the first half will end. Wildcats 34, Glasgow 29. Your halftime brought to you by Mr. Wilson Stone and by Clinic Pharmacy. We'll come back and look at the first half numbers after this. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN.
Once again, performing for your halftime, here is your Francisco Wildcat dance team.
Oh my God, she gets on my nerves. I can't stand to watch her. She's so provocative. I cannot. Let's do it. I know. I cannot stand to watch her dance. She's so great. This little one back in the back. 22. That's maybe 6. She's not 4. She's in the front now. Look, I mean, look at her. No, honey, that's not cute. Nothing cute about it. I'm sorry.
half, 34 points. I'd have to look back. I don't know when it would be, Tyler, when we had 34 or more.
It's been a while. See, I saw one with 34 at the end of the third quarter. Look at this.
That may be our high.
Oh, there we go.
That was December the 27th against Owensboro Catholic.
That's what I was starting to think, because I know we had a lot in the first half and then ended up losing.
We were up 34 to 31 at halftime.
Let's hope that doesn't repeat itself. Oh, wait.
There we had 41 at halftime.
I'm not liking this trend. Can we give up on that?
I'm going to stop looking through that book. Okay.
We've never done it before.
No.
And if we ever did, we've won.
Yes, right. Reverse jinx. Scoring. The Scotties, and this is something I meant to touch on pregame, and it slipped my mind. They score some points, but they don't have a lot of scorers. Usually 3, 4, 5 guys do the majority of their scoring, and that's the way this game is playing out tonight. Only 4 players in the scorebook so far for Glasgow. Nick Sorrell, their leading scorer, with 9. Bowen Haney with 3. Tucker Kirkpatrick with 9. And Tayshawn Bradley with 8, and that's it. But, 2 guys with 9 and a guy with 8, that you can rack up some points pretty quickly in a half. 29 points total for the Scotties. For the Wildcats, a little bit more balanced scoring. Andreas Miller with 11, DeMarco with 7, Davion Harris with 3, Tetrick Pottinger with 6, Kewan Stutzman with 5, and a big 2 points on a nice baseline jumper by Isaac Marshall. So that's your scoring 34 for the Wildcats. And one thing, Tyler, we touched on it a couple times first half. Knock on wood, Wildcats have taken care of the basketball.
Yeah, they did.
Both teams have.
Only 9 combined turnovers. Wildcats only had 4. The issue was at least 3 of those turnovers were live ball turnovers, and immediately flipped around and resulted in points for Glasgow. Wildcats dominated the boards 12-8. There haven't been many boards up for grabs. Both teams, if we had shooting numbers, I'm sure they'd both be at well over 50% right now. It's just the Wildcats, when they've turned it over and when they've given up rebounds, it seems as like they've just been really inopportune. A lot of the rebounds have come off of Wildcats' long missed threes or long missed jumpers, and Glasgow has turned around, and they've had a lot of runouts, and you think, well, they haven't forced many turnovers. Rebounds you can turn into runouts real quick. You see a lot of teams, they'll maybe drop 2 guys to rebound, have everybody else just run out on the break. That's what Glasgow does. They like to push the tempo. That's been their offense. Their offense is using tempo however they can find it. In the half court, the Wildcat defense has been okay. They've given up some threes. Kirkpatrick, when he's got that shot at the top of the key, there's not much you can do to contest that, because if you go out too far, your coach is going to get onto you, and he's going to beat you off the dribble if he gets you to bite on a pump fake. But shots like that are going to fall. Wildcats just have to limit the fast break opportunities that Glasgow has, and offensively, just keep doing what they're doing. 34 points in that first half. Feels like they should have had more. It feels like looking up at 34, that doesn't feel like as much as they really should have had. Those few turnovers there towards the end of the first half kind of come back to bite you. But all in all, I'd say a good first half for the Wildcats against a team in Glasgow that a lot of people don't realize. Top 5 in the region, Bowling Green Daily News, I believe.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a 19-9 team. Looking for 20 wins tonight, which in high school basketball is kind of the watermark where you know you had a really successful season, because I think you can't play more than 30 regular season games. So if you win 20, obviously it's a really good year. So Wildcats trying to do something about that right here and right now. They lead it after half. Franklin Simpson 34, Glasgow 29. We'll take a break. I'm going to give my voice a little bit of a rest. We'll be back to second half action. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN, around the world on network1sports.com. And some of you have checked in. Let us know that you're watching tonight on Franklin Simpson Facebook Channel 9. We thank you for joining us there as well. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball. We are just about set for second half action, and man, if the second half is as good as the first half, we're in for a nice finish to this one tonight. Wildcats lead at 34-29 over the Glasgow Scotties here at the half. And just a reminder, we touched on it a couple times, but if you're just joining us, don't forget Tuesday night, 13th District basketball. After tonight, we go to 0-0. Doesn't matter what you've done up to this point. If you win, you can keep playing. If you lose, you don't. So you're 0-0 for all intents and purposes. Girls, we got fortunate as far as broadcasting goes.
Yes.
Both teams play on the same night. And all the schools in the district got that, obviously. So it worked out pretty good for administrators and broadcasters, media in general. So we'll be on the air with Lady Cats at 5:45 Tuesday night. And then the boys will follow from Todd County Central. We are underway. Second half action. Glasgow has it. And that means Nick Sorrell has it. He picks up his dribble, throws it away, throws it right out of bounds. Good defense by Davion Harris.
I guess we jinxed at least Glasgow at the half. We mentioned there weren't many turnovers. Well, it took 10 seconds for the Scotties to get their first one of the final 16 minutes.
Let's hope we didn't jinx our Wildcats. DeMarco has it. Gets it out to Dawson. Dawson hasn't scored yet tonight. Partinger gives it to Davion. Back to Andreas. Three-man weave going. Really about a four-man weave going. DeMarco drives right side. His shot is blocked.
Don't see that.
But the ball was loose.
You see that.
And Haney made a mistake. You don't save the ball back in bounds under the opponent's basket. He did. DeMarco was standing there, and he laid it in. That's basketball 101 that you learn pretty early, but you see it happen all the time. It's just natural. Ball's going out of bounds. You want to go try to save it. Kirkpatrick misses a three, and the sun will rise tomorrow. Here come the Wildcats. DeMarco shakes, dribbles, kicks it out. Dawson wanted that one, didn't take it. DeMarco says, I'll take it. Now he kicks it out. Dawson will shoot that one for three. No. Partinger up with the board. His follow's no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with the good guys.
Looked like there was a lot of contact there underneath.
It did.
Tedrick went for the putback, no call. Fortunately, Wildcats get another possession out of it. Good hustle. You always like an offensive board, whether or not you get the putback to go or not.
Wildcats inbound it. Marco has it. Drives in the lane. 12-foot jumper. Pure.
Man, you can't give him that much space. That's just silly. I don't understand it.
His game, he was good to start the year, but his game has really grown the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's taken it to another level.
He's really embraced his role as that guy. Ever since he got that label, he's really just taken it to the max.
Bradley shot a baseline runner, no good. Dawson has the board, and here come the Wildcats. Dawson pulls a three. Splash!
He's got to get one.
Write it down. And the Wildcats lead at 41-29. Timeout on the floor by the Scotties. It's a full. We'll take one with them. 41-29, 5:56 left, third quarter. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN. Franklin Simpson. Wildcats with a 41-29 lead.
Wish it was 41-21.
Yeah, we would settle for that. I think Coach Spencer
Speak it
would
into existence.
take me
there.
up on that. Bradley.
Oh, that was a push off.
17-foot jumpers. Good. It was. He did create some space for sure.
They won't call that in today's game, though.
Wildcats have it. Davion tried to pass it. Got it blocked. Now DeMarco has it.
He's not getting it blocked.
You might as well just write it down right now. DeMarco Chapman is in a zone. And it's 43-31.
Andreas took over in the first half. Marco said, watch out, man. It's my turn.
Sorrell's shot is blocked. And a foul is called. Who's it on?
I don't know how they got a foul on Andreas there.
That was a clean block.
Yeah, I thought it was on Davion.
Right.
If it wasn't a foul on Davion, then I'm about 99% sure Davion drew a charge there, and I don't know how Andreas committed a foul.
Sorrell at the free throw line makes the first one. He blew it. He admitted it. Yep. That's the human equation.
See, if I were an official, I'd be the same. I'd be, I missed that one. Because officials oftentimes anticipate the calls, and that's one of those you just kind of expect there to be a foul.
I've said it many a times. I blew it. Davion, crazy shot in the lane's no good. And here come the Scotties. Down by 10. 43-33. Kingery had it, got rid of it to Sorrell. Now they're looking for Kingery on the post. They can't get it to him. Kirkpatrick has it. Now to Bradley. And a hand check on Dawson Knight.
Dawson, you know he's going left. Take the left off.
Sorrell run over Dawson Knight in the lane. No block, no foul. Block, no charge. Shot's no good. Bradley has the rebound. His 16-foot jumper's partially blocked, and now the Wildcats have it. Andreas, right side, layup, no good. Rebound Sorrell. Here come the Scotties. He drives right side, puts it up, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be on Dawson. That's his second. And Sorrell back to the line for two.
I don't know how that play under the basket was. It something on Dawson. There was a lot of, and there's been a lot of plays tonight where there have been a lot of contact and nothing's been called.
First free throw is good. He'll have another. Sorrell now has 9, 10, 11, 12. He shoots for 13 here. And he gets it.
Come on, man. We got to get the same call, man.
Here come the Wildcats. 8-point lead. Dawson inside to DeMarco. Puts it up and in. He's going to score right there every time. And it's a 10-point Wildcat lead. They just kind of hold them at bay, 8 to 10 points. Doing what you'd want them to do. Sorrell drives. Loses control. Davion picks it out of the air. Here he comes. Coach Spencer says, ease it up. He gets it to Andreas. To DeMarco, right corner three. Short. Rebound. Foul.
Should be on Glasgow. He just shoved Davion to the floor.
Foul's on Kingery. That's his first. Marshall and Stutzman back in for the Wildcats. Harris and Partinger will take a break with 3:38 left and a 10-point lead. 3:38 in the third quarter, excuse me. Wildcats inbounded. Andreas drives baseline. His runner's no good. Nice move, didn't finish. Haney pulled down the rebound for the Scotties. Bradley, he's quick. 14-foot jumper's good.
He's a good ball player.
He's got 12. And it's 45-37, 8-point lead.
Glasgow just kind of hanging around. If you're the Wildcats, you need to put him away earlier rather than later.
Miller drives, kicks it out to DeMarco. Gives it back to Andreas. DeMarco's fixing to pull. Coach Spencer says, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's set something up. And we turn it over. Here come the Scotties. Haney, right side layup, and he's fouled. That one's going to be on Isaac Marshall. Isaac's first. And Haney will go to the line. Bowen Haney to the line for 2. And his first one is good. He's got 4 points.
No, Dolphin.
2:50 left, third quarter. Wildcats lead is at 7. Haney can get him back within 6 right here. It's on the way, in and out. Rebound, Davion. He gives it to Andreas. He gets a screen from Kewan, brings it across the timeline, drives all the way in, and a block. Good call. Fouls on Sorrell. That's his first. And will they say he was shooting or on the floor? We'll see. He was shooting. So Andreas to the line for 2. Andreas hasn't scored this quarter. He can change that. Left it short. Second one. Andreas got that one. And it's an 8-point lead, 46-38. Scotties have it. Trying to throw it inside. It's deflected. And went out of bounds. Isaac let it go. I couldn't quite see.
No, Scotty grabbed it.
Oh,
and
okay.
stepped out
I
of bounds.
couldn't see for the corner of the.
It was Riddle, I believe.
Okay.
Just caught it and stepped on the baseline.
Well, either way, Wildcat ball and an 8-point lead.
We'll take it.
That's right. Our famous saying, we'll take it. Partinger has it. Out to Kewan. Kewan thought about taking a 3, didn't. Thought about another one, didn't take it. Now Partinger has it at the free throw line. Tetrick bounce pass to Davion. Davion, Stutzman, he'll take that one. Short, rebound Haney. Long arms on that young man.
Yeah.
Minute 50 left, third quarter. Kirkpatrick hadn't got loose for one of his threes in a while. He thought about it. Now they kick it in the corner for a 3. No good. That was Riddle. Here come the Wildcats. Stutzman, layup, good. That's goaltending on Haney. I commend the man for being able to jump that high, but it's goaltending nevertheless.
Couldn't quite spike it like Davion does.
Was that Kewan or?
Yeah, it was Kewan.
Yeah. So give Kewan 2 easy ones there. And back to a 10-point Wildcat lead. Sorrell has it. Drives in the lane. Puts it up. Short. Rebound. Partinger. Wildcats have the ball in a 10-point lead. Minute 20 left, third quarter. Isaac gets it. Kicks it out. Chapman. Stutzman. And timeout Wildcats. Full. We'll take one. Minute left, third quarter. Franklin Simpson 48, Glasgow 38. We're back after this. You're listening to WFKN.
It's been a good game. Like, I feel like, we're playing
Minute 11 left, third quarter. Wildcats with a 10-point lead. And they have the ball. Coach Spencer called a timeout here. Going to set something up, try to get a basket here before the end of the quarter. They inbound it. DeMarco drives, kicks it out to Keyone. Glasgow did a good job cutting our water off there. And Wildcats will reset. Davion gets it over to Keyone. To Isaac Marshall. Looks inside. DeMarco. Nice pass.
Oh.
DeMarco couldn't finish, but he got his own rebound and left that one short.
You do not see that often.
Mercy. Here come the Scotties. Kirkpatrick, man, I thought he was going to shoot that from about 30.
I think he thought he was.
He instead kicks it in the corner for a three from Riddle. It's no good. Keyone has the rebound. He's triple teamed and fouled. That foul is going to be on Riddle. It's his first. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Wildcats with a 10-point lead, and you got to think they'll hold it for one if possible.
Well, if it were up to Coach Spencer, they would. Who knows? Who knows what will actually happen? We've seen that not quite play out to plan many times this year.
Stutzman has it to Davion, to Dawson, inside to Marco, puts it up, missed it. Rebound
Good
loose.
tip out.
Dawson has it. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Andreas gives it to DeMarco, shoots a long three. No good, and that's how the quarter ends. Franklin Simpson. Oh, we got a foul. Hold on.
Yeah, Davion was pushed.
Got a foul on Sorrell. Be his second. Won't result in any free throws or anything, and the quarter will end with the Wildcats leading it 48-38. We'll be back after this. You're listening to WFKN. Have 8 minutes left in the regular season and a 10-point lead over the Glasgow Scotties, 48-38. It will be Wildcat ball. DeMarco to inbounds. He does to Dawson, and we are underway.
Wildcats offense, another solid quarter, not as good as they were in that first half. Some missed layups that really I don't think you'll see here in the second half.
Hardinger drives, misses.
Quarter.
DeMarco with a rebound and two.
So Marco missed 2 layups back-to-back in that third quarter late. I don't know if we've seen that all season long. I'm sure we won't ever see it again.
He's got 17. Wildcats lead it by 12. Wildcats now in a man-to-man defense to open the quarter. Frazier gives it over to Kirkpatrick, to Sorrell. That's Riddle with it, it is. Sorrell drives baseline. Tries to pass it, don't know why he didn't shoot it, throws it out of bounds.
And Brian, another key in that third quarter for Franklin Simpson, just 1 turnover. Only 5 on the game right now for the Wildcats. I would have to guess that's a season low through 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Glasgow up to 9 now with that one.
7:05 left. Dawson gives it to DeMarco. He's just trying to go to work. Kicks it out to Dawson. Dawson drives in the lane. Nice head fake. Puts it up and in.
He deserved the roll on that one. It wanted to fall off, but basketball gods looked down, saw that head fake, and said, you deserve that one, young fella.
Lost art of the head fake.
He's got one of the best ones on the team. He used it a lot from the corner.
Kirkpatrick drives, free throw line. Kicks it out to Sorrell. His left corner three. In and out. Look good, didn't go. Rebound, Dawson Knight. Here come the Wildcats. 6.5 minutes left. Andreas all the way down the lane. Layup is good.
Too easy, man. Too easy.
Andreas has 14 to join DeMarco leading the team 17 and 14 for those two young men. Here's a runner in the lane by Bradley is good. He's got 14 of his own. And it's 54-40, 14-point Wildcat lead. Dawson hands it to DeMarco.
Oh, pull that, Dawson.
And a double foul going to be called as Tetrick gets tied up with, can't tell who that was yet. Riddle, I think. No, it's Frazier. I'm sorry. So a foul on Frazier and a foul on Partinger. That's both players' first foul, by the way. So we'll go jump ball to no possession. It'll be Glasgow ball.
I feel like that should be one of those situations where the ball stays where it was. I'm no expert or anything, but, you know, in football, if there's a double penalty, you just redo the down. Why not just redo the possession?
Yeah. Here we go, 54-40, Wildcats. I want to use the word comfortable, Lee, but I'm not going to do that just yet because this team's got some shooters. Bradley runs over Dawson Knight. Foul is called on Dawson.
Hey, great defense. I like it.
It's third. Kirkpatrick knocked that three home, by the way. Now, they can't give him free throws. He passed the ball.
Yeah.
And it will be Glasgow ball under the basket.
And the Scotties in the bonus rest of the way after that foul.
Sorrell looking, gets it into Haney. He drives left side. Layup is good. Nice move.
Turned down the easy elbow jumper for the tough layup. Got it to go anyways.
And it's back to a 12-point Wildcat lead. 54-42, 5:20 left. Dawson playing with three fouls, gives it to Partinger. Tetrick drives in the lane, kicks it out. Dawson, three. No. Rebound, loose on the floor. Haney has it. Gives it to Sorrell. And a foul on Tetrick.
That's going to be free throws.
Yep. Two on Tetrick. And Sorrell will go to the line for 1 and 1. He has 13. First free throw. He's a good free throw shooter. Or he has been tonight.
Yeah.
Second one. Got them both. He's got 15. And it's back to a 10-point Wildcat lead. 5 minutes to play. Dawson brings it across, gives it to Isaac Marshall, to Andreas Miller. Andreas drives, spins in the lane, runner, good.
Good ball control there from Andreas. Nearly lost it, didn't travel, didn't lose the ball, finished the layup underneath.
He's got 16. And a charge on Sorrell. Dawson takes that one. And that's 3 on Nick Sorrell. Sorrell. I think I've said it different every time I say it. But
and now Wildcats in the bonus.
56-44. Wildcats lead it with 4:44 left. Fours are wild there. Dawson running the point guard, doing a good job. Guarded by Kirkpatrick. Gives it to Andreas. Andreas kind of feels like he can get to the basket when he wants to tonight, and he has.
Yep. He and Marco both.
That's one reason they've moved him off the ball. He's been successful there. Dawson tried to get it to DeMarco. Glasgow steps in the passing lane. Kirkpatrick pulls a three. Good.
You know he'll shoot it, and if he's open, chances are he'll make it.
Not a good idea to back off of that young man, and it's all of a sudden a 9-point game. Wildcats have to play to win here, not to try to hang on. Marshall has it. Out to Stutzman, to Dawson. Back to Isaac. Andreas gets it to Kewan Stutzman. Wildcats running some clock, and they throw it away. So a 9-point lead with 3:47 left, and nothing's in the bag as of yet, Tyler.
Wildcats had just one turnover for most of this half, really, and then all of a sudden there, in about the span of a minute, 2 turnovers, and now Glasgow, they've got life.
Frazier brings it down, gives it to Sorrell, to Kirkpatrick. He shoots a long three. Airballed on that one.
A little bit of a heat check.
Yep. Out of bounds, and it's Wildcat ball. Wildcats will face a full court press. Get it into Kewan. 3.5 minutes left. Kewan drives all the way down, bounce past us to Partinger. He's fouled on the shot, and he'll go to the line.
Good penetration and a nice find down low on the block to Tedrick. Kewan's played some good ball tonight.
That foul's on Sorrell. That's his 4th. And Tetrick to the line for 2.
Yeah, Sorrell really has not done much here in the second half.
Tetrick's first free throw is no good. He'll have another. Try to make it a 10-point Wildcat lead. It's good. Tetrick has his average, 7 points, and the Wildcats lead it by 9. Bradley drives. He is so quick. Missed that runner. DeMarco with the rebound. Here come the Wildcats. Andreas, kick out.
Good
Stutzman.
find. Woo, shoot it.
Had it. Didn't take it. We'll burn some clock.
Well, I guess, but there's not a minute on the clock. There's 3. I think you can let that one fly.
I think he should have shot it.
I think you can let that one fly.
Davion with it. 2:55 left to DeMarco. 10-point Wildcat lead. So to Andreas. He's being fouled. No call. That would have been Sorrell's 5th. Davion dribbles and a foul. Foul's on Kingery, his 2nd. They basically, for all intents and purposes, intentionally fouled.
Yeah, he just grabbed him.
Davion to send him to the line. So now Davion's got to go make them.
I don't know why you do that with 2.5 minutes left. I feel like he's trying to set up a trap right there. There's really no intensity there, no urgency on defense from the Scotties.
I think they know the scouting report. They thought they could get a quick, easy possession. But Davion makes the first free throw. He can make them pay if he hits this one big time. Left it long.
One's better than none, though.
Right, 58-47.
Oh, he carried.
Minutes left. He did carry it, and that's a turnover on the Scotties. So Frazier turns it over. And it's Wildcat ball with 2.5 minutes to play now.
And Coach Spencer just took Davion out just for some offense-defense switching, so they can't really utilize that intentional foul. 5 guards on the floor for Franklin Simpson.
DeMarco has it. 2:15. And they're going to foul DeMarco.
I really don't understand.
Well, we're just going to stand and hold the ball if they don't. So
well, I would at least, bring a trap. Maybe you trap and, maybe 2 or 3 passes, then you decide to foul. But 2 minutes still on the clock. You've got plenty of time to try to trap, maybe force a turnover. I don't know. Wildcats, though, like we've talked about all season long, got to knock down the free throws. That is the scouting report.
Right, and I think that's part of it, too. Everybody knows that's not one of our strong suits. So put us there, hope we'll miss them. DeMarco makes that one.
In the same vein, turnovers have really not been a strong suit of ours either this year. Wildcats have done a good job tonight with that.
DeMarco makes both of those.
if they send you there on purpose, you really got that extra incentive in the back of your mind to make them pay.
That's it. He's got 19. 2:05 left to play. Bradley drives, kicks it out. Left corner three is on the way and good by Haney. And a timeout Glasgow with 1:58 left. Franklin 60, Glasgow 50. We'll keep it here. Wildcats looking to go 15 and 11.
Wildcats have done an excellent job here in the second half. We've talked about the turnovers. They have controlled the glass, out-rebounded Glasgow 14-8 here in the second half of action. But it looks like Glasgow already just opting to foul, whether or not it's the right strategy, the wrong strategy, whatever our opinions are. It looks like that's the Scotties' game plan. And if you're the Wildcats, you've got to know what's coming, and you got to go to the line with confidence. You've got to control the ball. You can't assume that it's a sure thing they're going to foul. You have to earn those opportunities at the charity stripe, and they call it the charity stripe for a reason. It's supposed to give you points. Has not been the case for the Wildcats so far this year, but over these final 2 minutes, going to have to knock down free throws to win this game.
Western Kentucky defeats Middle Tennessee 71-63. They might build a statue of Mark Shue if he keeps it up. He's 3-0 as the interim head coach, but he don't even get credit for him. Foul is on Kirkpatrick this time. They'll foul Kewan. They'll try their luck with sending him to the line. And this will be for 2. First one, perfect. Wildcats have done a nice job tonight. I haven't kept up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This will be our 14th attempt. And he makes them both. 10 out of 14 right now. Bradley drives in the lane, puts it up and in. Tayshawn Bradley makes it a 10-point game again. Wildcats beat the press, get it down to Miller, over to DeMarco. DeMarco drives in the lane, puts it up and in.
He wants the ball right now. I mean, they didn't foul him, so he's going to finish.
64-52, minute 17 left. Haney shoots a three. Good.
They're not missing right now.
He hits his second three of the quarter and a turnover. Sorrell drives in the lane.
Man.
And a foul on Kewan. And the basket was good, by the way. And Sorrell will have a chance to complete a three-point play. And the free throw on the way. Good. 64-58, 6-point lead. Wildcats inbounded. Stolen by Haney. Haney gives it over to Frazier. Kirkpatrick from way deep. Missed it. I thought that was in.
It was.
Davey.
It looked like it was in, but tough look.
Could have got a better look.
If he steps in, just literally takes one step in, that's in. It was pure. Ball wouldn't have touched the rim. But he tried to shoot it from about 4 or 5 feet off the line, and I don't care how good you are, that's just not a high percentage shot.
No. Wildcats get fouled. DeMarco goes to the free throw line, misses the first one.
They're trying to make this last minute interesting, aren't they?
Yeah, Coach Spencer just asked Coach Lovin, why can't we make things easy?
Oh, my goodness.
DeMarco missed them both.
Better make up for it on defense.
Sorrell, Kirkpatrick. He drives, kicks it out. Haney, back to Kirkpatrick.
Give him no space.
Bradley, he can shoot it too. They got a lot of shooters out there. Here's a three on the way. Long, goes over the backboard. That was Frazier. And it stays a 6-point Wildcat lead.
You got a timeout, DeMarco.
DeMarco to inbounds, full court, man-to-man defense. Throws it into Davion. He gives it to Andreas. Davion almost walked. Andreas gets it to DeMarco. DeMarco up to Partinger. His layup is up and in, and he's fouled. Coach Spencer said timeout 3 times.
At least 3 times.
Nobody heard him. Wildcats wound up with an and one.
I guess he thought we were the officials. I know you're an official of old, a retiree from the official game, but
I can't
good
give
thing
him,
we weren't.
I can't give him one.
Oh, my goodness.
Tetrick's free
Man.
throw, no good. Wildcats have missed 3 in a row. Sorrell drives, runner way short, rebound to Partinger. 15 seconds. Up to DeMarco. Wildcats 8-point lead. And it looks like they'll get out of here. Glasgow will wave the white flag. Excuse me, and the Wildcats will pick up a 66-58 win over the Glasgow Scotties. We'll be back and wrap it up for you right after this. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on WFKN.